Greetings, everyone. Today, we have a program, World Peace Summit 2024. Actually, we have planned this program in a grandeur way, but due to some technical problems, because our team has got very busy in this 2024 with the different programs. So this time, without doing many hype, so simply we are doing this program, even though it's a simpler program, but we have invited guests from different countries like Australia, USA, Greece. There are guests from different countries, and we almost covered almost all African countries and Asian countries. So it's really an honor to start this program with a peace note. But anyway, as usual, my speech comes at the end because our guests are waiting. Today, there is a star of the day, Professor Dr. Rania Lampoji, because she is celebrating her birthday. She is the one who has been supporting our Royal Council since beginning, since the inception of Vishwa Humanity Royal United International Royal Council. So our bond is really getting greater day by day with her presence, with her support, with her motivation. So when we established this institution, she is the first one who joined as the director. And we were very happy for her continuous support, for her continuous guidance, being an international speaker and a member in the Ministry of Education in Greece. She's been doing wonderful job, especially for India. Because if you see any online program in India, the guests compulsory from Greece or from any country in Europe. That's none other than our great Professor Dr. Rania Lampoji. With her presence, she is making programs charming and educating. Really having a presence here in this program. It has huge impact with her presence. That's the one thing. And celebrating her birthday on this platform, this is the second thing. Excellency, we wish you many happy returns of the day. Our friends are there who wanted to wish you. Sir, Professor Rajput sir, can you share?
Sir, very good morning to Dr. Rania. Good morning to Dr. Pareen. Good evening, and to so many people I can see, Sunesh ji, and to you, sir, and Sameer, sir, and so many. So many happy returns of the day to Dr. Rania. I have sent a message to you. I thought, let me take out this thing from my heart, and you are one of the person, the epitome of inspiration, which I always say, and your smile always adds lot of value, lot of motivation. And what sir has said, Dr. Raja Rao sir has said, it is very true. Any of the program which is happening in our Bharat, right? Without you, it is not getting successful. So we wish the same smile. We wish the same way that you should be a part of us. So we wish you a very wonderful, great day, great week, and a fantastic years ahead. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Keep smiling, keep adding value.
There is one more person, Dr. Pareen Somani ji.
Yes,
our
of
best
course.
Friend, our best mentor. Whatever best comes in the journey of Royal Council, that starts with Dr. Pareen Somani ji.
It is not only here.
We missed her 1 year. Nearly we missed her 1 year because the last 1 year we got very busy with many things, not one thing. We put up with so many things. So we are unable to conduct many programs, those were cancelled. But anyway, somehow we start off this one, and at the end of 2024, we have to speed up the things and we have to do the things. So anyway, let's take wishes from Dr. Pareen Somaniji to Rania Lampoji. Then we start the program.
So Dr. Rania, thank you very much. It's a beautiful day and it's a beautiful birthday. We wish you a happy birthday and many more to come. We pray for your good health from all of us who are on the line and off the line, that we want to pray for your good health, for your happiness, for your success and fulfillment of all your good wishes. Whatever you like to do, all your dream comes true. That's all the best wishes from each and everyone from us. Thank you, and have a wonderful birthday.
It is like
Okay.
that, sir, Rajarao sir, it is like
Sir,
that.
please.
Two omnipresent person, right? It is there in front of me. One is Professor Dr. Pareen, and here is Dr. Rania. So, what a great way of listening to omnipresent people together, the smile and the wishes together. Oh my God, really, Dr. Rajarao, as usual, you've stolen the show, right? With such a great people, and not only two, I can see lot many great faces here, which we keep on always admiring. Alan sir is here, we can see here. So we keep on admiring and we love to listen to them. So fantastic, sir. After a long time, you have added this thing, which I must give a salute to you that yes, we were waiting for this day and you have chosen the right day when we are celebrating a birthday, and you have ensured that after Dashera, right, where we say that we cut the evil part and we come about with lot of the positiveness. So thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your kind words. Okay. Without doing further ado, let's start the program. Let's start from the horse's mouth today, the women of the day to the Peace Summit. Rania Lampuji, we don't want to wait you for so long because we know that you are very busy. So let's start this program with her graduate speech and her awards. Over to Rania Lampuji from Greece. You are not audible, G.
Now I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay. Warm greetings from Greece, from Athens. I'm really grateful for all the wonderful birthday wishes. Your messages made my day so special and filled my heart with joy. And I truly appreciate each and every one of you, Dr. Rajput, Parin Somani, Dr. Rajat, Dr. Caroline. Thank you all for the wonderful birthday wishes. I'm really overwhelmed with all the love I received today on my birthday. Thank you, Dr. Raja Rao, for the beautiful introduction. And yes, I'm very privileged to be a part of Vishwa Humanity United International Area Council. And each message brought a smile definitely to my face. Yes, I think today we have a very interesting topic, and because in this interconnected world facing complex challenges, the vision of peace and prosperity for all, both people and planet, is more critical than ever. This holistic aspiration emphasizes the interconnectedness of humanity and nature, advocating for a future where social justice, economic well-being, and environmental sustainability are harmoniously balanced. So achieving this vision requires global cooperation, innovative solutions, and a shared commitment to the well-being of every individual and our shared home, Earth. So first of all, peace is a foundation of prosperity, and peace is more than the absence of conflict. It's a presence of justice, of equality, of harmony. Without peace, true prosperity remains out of reach, as conflict and violence disrupt communities, destroy infrastructure, and limit access to essential resources like food, water, and education. Therefore, fostering peace means addressing the root causes of conflict, such as poverty, discrimination, and inequality, and building inclusive societies where all people, regardless of their background, have opportunities to thrive. And prosperity means inclusive, sustainable development, because prosperity should be inclusive, ensuring that all individuals have a chance to lead fulfilling lives, free from poverty and hardship. And also, environmental health is crucial to achieving long-term peace and prosperity. Climate change, pollution, deforestation, the loss of biodiversity threaten the very foundation of our well-being. So a prosperous planet means safeguarding ecosystems, promoting sustainable practices, transitioning to renewable energy sources that do not deplete natural resources or harm the environment. So I could say that people, planet, peace, it's a blueprint for global well-being. This vision of global well-being depends on these three interconnected pillars: the well-being of people, the health of our planet, and the pursuit of lasting peace. So it's a comprehensive blueprint for building a harmonious, prosperous, sustainable future for all. By addressing social, economic, environmental challenges together, we create a roadmap that not only protects the present, but also secures a thriving future for generations to come. Unfortunately, what are the lessons learned from the recent wars so far? We have seen the human cost of war is immense, long-lasting. We have seen how diplomatic failures can exacerbate conflict, how economic sanctions are insufficient. Humanitarian law, war crimes, accountability are critical now. Peace building is becoming more and more complex, requires long-term investment. Wars are increasingly global in their effects, have global ripple effects. Climate change becomes a conflict driver, so there is a need for comprehensive approaches to conflict resolution. The importance of regional, global cooperation, the psychological impact, the mental health challenge is another big issue. We talk about conflicts. And the role of diplomacy here, I want to mention this. In Global Peace Initiative is essential. The art of negotiation, the art of dialogue between countries serves as a cornerstone of global peace initiatives, acting as a bridge between divergent interests, ideologies, and cultures. The role of diplomats in peace building is important because diplomats are the architects of peace, tirelessly working behind the scenes to build trust, to negotiate treaties, to maintain stable relations. And diplomacy is not just about politics, it's about people, because we have cultural diplomacy also, the exchange of ideas, of values, art, education between nations, and this helps build national mutual understanding. So I could say by concluding that recent wars also teach that conflicts in the modern era are more and more complicated, often global in their impact, deeply intertwined with economic, social, and environmental issues. Solutions require multifaceted approaches that combine diplomatic, military, and humanitarian efforts with long-term peace building and reconciliation initiatives, a deeper understanding of the causes of conflict, a commitment to upholding national law, and innovative approaches to peace building actually are essential for preventing future wars. People, planet, peace. This blueprint offers a path forward that integrates social, economic, environmental solutions by recognizing that the connected nature of these elements. We can achieve a balanced, just, and sustainable future for all, one where humanity and nature coexist in harmony and prosperity. This is shared universally. Thank you very much again for your wonderful wishes. Thank you very much, Dr. Raja, for always the kind of warm invitation. I wish you the best of future endeavors, more events like this in order to promote peace. Very significant. And again, I would like to thank Dr. Rajpur, Dr. Paris Somani, and all the respected colleagues here who sent me messages. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much for the wonderful, motivating speech and for this special day you are joining. It made this program special, so special. We remember this day with your birthday. Thank you so much. So for today, we have two special speakers. One is from Australia, one is from India. Alan Tufikov-ji, one of our close friends and director of our United International Royal Council, and other person, our beloved, eminent leader, who is bringing back the glory of India in metaverse, Professor Samir Mukherjee. He is not an ordinary person, but it looks ordinary, but he is not ordinary. He is an extraordinary person. He is going to do wonders in the history of metaverse or whatever the modern technology that is there. So we see him next to our Prime Minister as President of India, because he is that level person. Okay, let's start with Alan Tufikov-ji, because he is from Australia. It's midnight or more than that. So having his presence as our beloved friend, because he is the person every day comes with a plan to do something on behalf of Royal Council in India. But due to our schedules, because we have given commitment for 1 year to other things, so that's happened. But there are so many proposals from our Alan Tufikov-ji from Australia. He is the founder and director of Etsal, a renowned company in Australia. He is doing a wonderful job in the section of sustainable development goals to bring peace to the world. So having his presence today, really we are honored and blessed. Over to you, Alan, sir.
Do you want me to use PowerPoint or not? The one that I sent you this afternoon.
Yes, sir, you can.
Use it?
You can. Now you are the co-host, you can.
Right, we're up to it now. Okay. We're now. Yes, there it is. Okay.
Yes.
So, now the first thing that I wanted to bring up tonight is that peace has actually got several different meanings. And I suppose tonight the main one that I'm using is the psychological peace part of it, because we can't all get in and make changes to our world. You know, conflicts and all that, they tend to be very governmental. And people go, well, I can't do too much about that. And that's a fair comment. But what we can do is work on our own peace and the peace of ourselves so that we have a behavioural peace inside of us. And that is to do with tranquility, patience, respect, kindness, etc. These definitions come from Wikipedia. But anyway, so what I'm saying tonight is that we can't all get in and deal with things that are outside of our control. So let's deal with the things that are in our control. And then when we can try and get those under control, we can grow out then further. So what we're talking about is that for anybody to get personal peace, wellness, and security, they usually have to find a place for themselves. Sometimes they need to be in an important place that provides us with our personal space, our personal wellness, and a secured location. Even some people who are in the middle of wars, they still look for that secure place where they can withdraw to get some version of peace for themselves. Now, these could be in the middle of the city. It could be beside a fountain, or down by a beach, or in the middle of the city somewhere. And these sorts of places are also different, but sometimes the same for solo people, groups, or community. You as an individual may have a particular place where you're happy and where you can get your peace. That can be shared by groups. It can be shared by a community, a town, a region, whatever. But sometimes those important places, they start out as being for solo. And then when they've achieved something there, they find that they can bring other people into it. But when they bring other people into that area, they're often finding that these are in urban or wilderness areas. And they connect with nature. We have cities where we have big lakes and people are drawn to those. We have parks. We have wilderness areas. These are all special places, and often they're created to allow people in urban and regional areas to equally connect with nature and connect with their environment. And if they can connect with their environment, they can actually get in then and create an inner peace in themselves. And if they become more peaceful, it helps with their health, their wellness, also their community, because if they're more happier, their community can often be more happier. And this peace can grow and grow and grow. It's an exponential growth, and it has direct and indirect benefits. Now, to find a place like a cave or a waterfall or a lake, to just simply sit and listen to what nature's there, because we can't compete with nature. We can't make nature. We can't remake nature's gifts. They're too complicated and they're too much inside of each of us, and they're each individual places. But once we've found these places, we find that nature is often the best therapy. It makes us feel more thankful and more peaceful. But it also then helps us to lead to tolerance and understanding. Now, in America, wherein you've got the areas with the Amish, people still have horse and carts to ride around in, and they share spaces in the cities with cars and other people. So these are areas where people are integrating and they're happy with the environment that they're in. They feel safe and and they can allow themselves then to de-stress, because our total life at the moment is often stress. But we need to bring that stress down and be able then to have something that we can call our space, it's our peace area. But when we're dealing with this peace, we're trying to maximize the benefits to ourselves or our group or our community. But part of our thing is we've got to be able to access these places and be able to identify what works in achieving these benefits. So here we've got, in many cases, we don't allow people to have easy access to the natural environment. We've all got our built environment that we work in. But what happens around outside of our built environment? The one that nature's given to us, how do we get access to it? And this is where governments and communities come into it, and volunteer groups, where we start opening up areas for people to be able to say, I can get to there, and this is now giving me the opportunity to have peace in myself. And a community may decide that they're going to open up an area of wilderness nearby for people to use. So that community then can get peace and tranquility within themselves. So we've got to prioritise our personal peace, then the wellness, and then once, as I said before, once we've achieved that, then we can start to seek other areas of groups and communities to get to see where we can maybe work as a group to achieve peace. And we've got to ensure that each of us finds the place that gives us this feeling of security, because if you don't have a feeling of security in yourself, you don't have peace. And this is in a war. That's what they're trying to achieve. They're trying to get this thing back of security to give their people peace. Once we've achieved these personal objectives, though, then we can look at other things and go, hey, guys, our governments, this is what we want. We don't want you to be doing this thing or that thing that's causing stress or causing problems. So we then start to work out how can we change things. Well, we can always go for an election. But sometimes some democracies are more open than others. But we can also get into social media. And the social media can be influencing people as well. After all, we go back, this was it last week and a half ago, when they were celebrating the original Paris Agreement. That was achieved by influencers getting together and being able to come up with answers that allow people to start to say this is a universal thing about how to achieve peace, how to achieve wellness, and how they can then help with education, gender equality, youth affairs, community wellness, health programs, etc., and justice. Justice for all, because people feel, with justice programs in place, people feel safe. Now, these things also are important if we don't accept mediocrity. We have to explore options to affect change that can deliver benefits. That mediocrity can be within ourselves. We say, well, I don't feel very good today. I've got all these problems. Don't accept that. Find a place that is good for yourself. Find a place where you can start to de-stress and move forward with things. So you've got to be able to do it. And if you see a group of people where there's a problem, maybe don't accept the mediocrity there. Say, how can I help? How can I get involved with these groups and get in there and help them to achieve something, whether they be volunteer groups or whatever? So I'd like to also thank my colleague in Indonesia, Mr. Siamandoyo. He helps me out with all of these things. And he lives in one of these places where it's very easy to find stress relief in Bali. And that is a thing where that it is a perfect example where nature has allowed people to join in. So I will leave it at that, and hopefully it helps out with some further details. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I think there is some audio disturbance, but excellent presentations. We were really very happy in your presence as a keynote speaker on this special day and as a chief guest to this program. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
No problem.
Now, I welcome Professor Nada. Thank you for your presence. Then, a man of the day, a special chief guest of this program, Professor Samir Mukherjee ji. Yes. All right. So, just let me introduce him to you. He is the founder of IVRF, who is bringing metaverse to India with a great vision. He is doing fabulous and wonderful programs in terms of technology because he wants to take us into a virtual world, because I attended many of his programs. So really, I felt that I myself went into those screens and have seen some virtual reality and felt very happy after attending those programs, seeing the other world. We will go into some other, we get the feeling whenever we attend Professor Samir Mukherjee's program. So today, we want him to take us into some other world, which is very peaceful and prosperous. Because if we see the world today, the present scenario in Palestine and Israel, between Russia and Ukraine. So these are not just 4 countries that are getting affected, but the whole world is getting affected. So in this scenario, it is necessary to us to talk about it. At least it is our concern. At least we have to show our concern, to raise our voice. It's our responsibility. So having the presence of Professor Samir Mukherjee, being the founder of IVRF, really it boosts us. So over to you, sir. It's your time to speak on global peace. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Dr. Rajaro, for inviting me here in this August gathering. You know, I'm telling these things to everyone that I am not fit for this this kind of discussion if it is not technical. You know, this is a very upper class discussion. I'm not so much learned to understand and to talk. But Dr. Rajaro this morning asked me that, see, just 10 minutes. And 10 minutes you talk, okay, talk technical, talk whatever you in your mind. So let's start these things. I will not talk technical today. I will try to tell you something from the core of Indian's heart, which is related to peace, prosperities, and all this. Thank you. Greetings from IVRFF. IVRFF means International VR Film Foundation. What we are doing, we are asking all the people who are working in VR field and explain them and ask them and showing them the market and all these things, just nurturing the market of the emerging tech. That is our part. For that, we are not charging anything to anybody, anytime. Okay? Now, all of a sudden, Dr. Rajarao, why he selected me, I do not know. I do not have any clue. But okay, when he asked me, I have to talk. So thank you very much to everyone. A very good afternoon. I do not know it's afternoon to everybody or not, but I don't like to tell that thing, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, and all these things. I'm just telling my good afternoon to everyone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and a very warm welcome to my talk. To Raja Rao, that I can talk about SDG. Yes, long back in this kind of webinar, I was discussing about SDG 4 pertinent to education. I am in the education. Now at this moment in emerging tech education, and always I'm in the education. So he thought that, okay, as he is in the education, he will talk for the education. Now for the, that peace, and, peace is very big thing. Nobody can explain peace. It is very difficult. You already told people that already 4 big countries are fighting each other. Can you believe these things? In the open road, people are fighting. We can't. Last 10, 15 years back also, this ruthlessly people are fighting in the road. This is too much of it. However, this is one part of it. But still, I will discuss a little bit of the peace and the how to get prosperity, how to get a peaceful world, and how to get all this big word. But for that, I will take some big people's quotation, big people's word, not from SDG anything, because this morning I spent SDG thoroughly. Trust me, I'm not getting anything. They said that they need this, they want this, you have to do this, you have to do that, but how? I do not know. Let's try to come to a conclusion. The first part, what he said, I'm just taking that sequence, that he said that happiness, peace, and prosperity. So happiness, let's try to dissection happiness. What is happiness?
Right. All right.
Let me try to deriving the happiness part. I can give a sloka from Indian ancient history where it is absolutely directly connected with happiness and education. That sloka is Vidya Dadati Vinayam. That means education gives you politeness. Vinayam Yati Patratam. If you are polite, you will have many friends. Patratam Dhanumaprati. If you have many friends, they will give you the connections and you will get money out of it. Na dhanam tu kuto shukam. So if you do not have money, you will not be happy. So can you get a direct connections between happiness and education? Let's search for this education. What makes us a real human? Not to fight, not to grudge, not to have anything, but we want to have that kind of education by which we can take care of the world. Second, you said that is something wrong or anything. See, maybe a little bit of not to the topic I'm talking, but I'm telling you, trust me, at the end of the entire discussion, you will love it. you will have a kind of a meaningful discussions. Now, the second part is that peace. How to get peace? Is there any solution? Anybody can tell us? Shopkeeper, I take some peace. Peace is the only thing at this point in our world which is seriously scarce. We will not have peace anywhere. I have a small line also for that. Karmani odhikaraste mafaleshu kadachana. It is, uttered by Sri Krishna to Arjun. After looking at this overwhelming sad scenes, Arjun said that I will not fight. I will not fight with my brothers. I will not fight with my relatives and all this. Please forgive me. Then he said, Krishna said, you have the liberty to work, not the essence of or not the result of that. So do your work, simple. If we do our work and not asking for result, not looking that he is also doing the webinar, Dr. Raja Rao, and he is getting so many beautiful ladies throughout the globe. I need that. No, never I will get that. So that is the interesting part of it. Do your work. Do your work flawlessly. We'll get everything. See, this is our philosophy. Whatever I'm telling at this moment, it's from my heart, from my education, from my ancestors talking, from my grandma's advice and all this. Yes, we are in a very, very bad world. Yes, I agreed. I agreed the time is very, very old at this moment. Now the last part, the second one is from Gita, okay? You know probably Gita is one of our very, very holy book. The last part is that you need a proper educator. What do you mean by proper educator? Not proper educator like me, proper educator like other educationist. There is a definition of a proper educator. This is little bit crucial, little bit complicated. Maybe some people may not agree. I do not know. But the concept is very good. Just try to understand. This is also in Sanskrit. I will translate it in English, and I do not know how much it will go to your heart. It's called Matribat Paradareshu. Parudrabbeshu Loshtrabat. Atmabat Sarvabhuteshu Japashati Shapondita. What does it mean? Please take care. Others. Property is others. It's not yours. Others' wife always good. That's not your wife. If you put it in your mind, you will be happy. You can talk to everyone very comfortably. Others' money is others' money. it's not your money. If we have that greediness, that I need that money, I need that car, I need that country, then whole thing will be jeopardized like this way. Atmavat Sarvabhuteshu. Please consider yourself that you are everywhere. Elements is a part of you. Your Atma is there. So you will not do any harm. You will not send many helicopters to a certain place and ruin that particular place. You will not do. It is not right. But who will tell them that it is not right? Who consider all these things, he is the learned man. Else, nobody is the learned man. I know this is a little bit of contradiction. Maybe you will not like that, but this is from our ancient education. So I think what Dr. Rajarao told me in the morning that, sir, you talk, that is okay. So I talk, I discuss, but I have another question. My analytical mind asking me a certain things. See, India is 1.4 billion people, and we are considering India that literally in every big multinationals got our people, Indian people. Okay, they are the CEO, they are the looking after that company, and they are doing so many things. Isn't it? Are we not? Isn't it? Now tell me, I got an analysis. I'm just reading it from the SDJ paper because I didn't have much time. So I'm just checking exactly where are we, why we talk about this. Now, if you discuss these things, that the first one in this SDG is which country? It's Finland. It's not we. Second one is Sweden. Third one is Denmark, then Germany, then France, then Austria, then Norway, then UK, then Poland, and so on. Why this all European country there? Why not any other country? Can anybody tell me why this? They understand everything. In Norway, they got 6 months. We have to ask this. Let's start these things. Charity begins at home. Let's ask why we do not have anybody. I am muted. No. No. Is it?
No, sir, no. It's audible, perfect.
Okay. Now, my last two lines is that where is the India's position? We are in 109th position, having 63.9 mark line. I just can't believe this. This morning, I seriously can't believe this. We are behind Bangladesh. We are with Myanmar. We are with Pakistan. I'm not agreeing this. In any case, this is not the debating place, but I'm just putting a small fire here that, okay, we will go to Iraq, we will go to Russia, we will go to everywhere, we will ask them not to fight, But before that, we will ask even that what is this? It is not clear to us what we do not have. Could you believe one thing? From that entire statistics, I'm giving you some positive note. Indians are most educated country in the world. They consider. Sorry. I just can't believe this. There is something wrong. There is obvious something wrong. However, again, it's too much of it. As Raja Rao will say that, no, we will not ask Samir Mukherjee anymore. I know it, but in any case, ladies and gentlemen, if I heard with my Sanskrit pronunciation, by the way, I got Sanskrit, I can give you the grammatical part of that Sanskrit, yeah, but our pronunciation is bad. So that is maybe a little bit problem for you people to understand. And the datas I can vouch, all the datas or whatever I said is absolutely from the documentations. That's it. It's not be very comfortable for everyone. If somebody here from UN, because he's a very big guy, so he can ask some people also from that SDJ group. I do not know, but I do not bother also. Thank you so very much for allowing me, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Samir Mukherjee, sir. Thank you so much. As we said, you are the professor, so you are professor. So you speak facts. So comparing India with Bangladesh and Pakistan, when our media people are comparing with the US and UK, so don't come with facts, sir, because our people are not ready to accept the real facts, but we have to approve that facts are facts. Really, when we see the facts and when we see the people beyond these media channels, if we see with our own eyes, we can see how poverty is killing people. We can see how hunger is killing people. Really, very sad to know all these things. But in the world, the highest number of people with poverty, that they are existing. That's a fact. But the one thing that happened here is I requested Professor Samir Mukherjee, sir, to take us to metaverse, but he has taken us to mythological world. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It's a special day. And
no,
showing the
if you
example
feel
from...
so, if you feel so, just one of your this kind of program will do in metaverse.
Sure, sir. Sure.
No problem at all. I'll be very happy. I'll be very proud of that also.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Sir.
Thank
So
you very
after
much.
Alan sir and after Professor Samir Mukherjee sir, they are very close to me professionally, but there are two persons who are close to me personally. And one is superpower, Dr. Parin Somaniji, and one is larger than life, Dr. Shema Hussainji. These two are the two women whom I witnessed their growth from the beginning. So, Dr. Parin Somaniji inspired from her personal story. Not only me, there are so many people who got, because her achievement says she is different, and what her personal life and the way she has not her personal life, the way she has conquered her personal obstacles. Really, that's a great and amazing story that should be heard by this story and that should be known to this world. That will happen soon, I think, because we have a plans, but we got busy and things are moving forward to 2024 to 25. And one more person is Dr. Shema Hussainji from Oman. So actually, we witnessed her as a small girl from small town in Rayalaseema as a moderator and anchor in 2019 or 20 when the pandemic broke out. But I say really, she's larger than life because in movies only we can see her, we can see only mythologies, such characters. But she really proved by establishing AAA group with 3 different international organizations. Now she is ruling in Oman with wonderful institutions, because from the inception, I have been traveling with her, so I know every part. Because I think for every 2 days, at least once in every 2 days, we discuss what to do and what not to do. There are things, and we think we move forward because we are moving together. She is helping me, and I try to help her because she has so many people, so many international people with her, but still we have that bond, brother and sister bond. The same day I have with Dr. Parin Somaniji. So these 2 women are very special in inspiring. And second one is working very hard. They work very hard, and they recognize the people who are working hard, and they try to encourage them and motivate them. So we need such people to this society. So that's why I invited these 2 as special chief guests to this program. And let's listen from their version of global peace. First, let's start with our beloved Professor Dr. Parin Somaniji, who is from UK. I define her as a great philanthropist, and we know her as a TEDx speaker and Mrs. Queen of India 2021 and multi-international award winner and a great author. So having her presence on this day, and she's also the director of London Skill Development Organization, doing wonderful and commendable job, having her presence this day on this special occasion. We are very happy. And over to you, Dr. Parin Somaniji.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajarao, for such a beautiful and enhancing what we do, me and Dr. Sharma. Thank you so much. The reason why you say good about it, because you yourself are a good person. So when you're good, you always look good in others. So I want to give a big wow and wow for Dr. Rajarao for his hard work and for his admiration and for his determination to bring everybody on this bigger platform where the people come from all around the world. We can't even say no to him, how busy we are in our schedule, but still we want to be part and a parcel of the Vishwa Humanity International Royal Council, and that makes a proud to all of us to be part of your event. Thank you so much, Dr. Rajarao. And I want to say a big thank you to all my beautiful souls who are here today, on the line and off the line. So hello, esteemed leaders, distinguished guests, and friends. It is an honor to be with you here today at the World Peace Summit, which is very, very important, organized by Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council. I would like to say a big thank you to Dr. Rajarao, the chairman of this event, and all the people who are here, and especially Professor Dr. Vijaya Caroline, who is the part of this organization. The thing is that we all work together in the different areas, but the main thing, how we collaborate and how we can be part of each other's life and support each other. We all are gathered here, not just as an individual, but as a global citizen from the United family, where I can see my good friend, Dr. Elizabeth is here, Dr. Shama Hussain is here, Dr. Rajput is here, Dr. Rania is here, and so many people who are on the line, but I want to say, wonderful. Just be connected and help each other. We know our responsibility and foster peace and prosperity for both people and our planet. So peace is more than the absence of conflict. It is the presence of justice, equality, and harmony. True peace is within us. The peace that endures is built on the pillar of patience, respect, and cooperation. So today, we live in a world where technological advancement and the global interconnectedness has happened to be too wider and should allow us for prosperity to flourish. Yet, the world faces growing inequalities, conflicts, and environmental degradation that threatens every foundation of peace. And I'm very fortunate that I want to share a good news that I was invited on 22nd of September last month at the United States in Maryland, Washington, D.C., where I just received an award on the Peace for my humanitarian work. So I'm very humbled to receive on behalf of the world that yes, I've received this award, and that makes me proud that yes, it's not just me. Thank you, beautiful ladies, thank you. So it's not just me, but I think so we all are into the thing. But when I got recognized, I was very humbled to receive it. So I thought, let me share this news. I understand it is very crucial to understand that peace cannot be sustained unless all people are given the opportunity to prosperous. A society where few thrives at the expense of many in a society that will inevitably face unrest. Our mission, therefore, is not just about to resolve conflict, but to address the underlying issues of poverty, inequalities, and a lack of access to education and resources that fuel this conflict. I'll talk about the London Organization of Skills Development in a minute, that to get the access for the education, what we do. But let me say, the prosperity is a human right. It extends beyond the financial wealth and material success. True prosperity is the ability to live in dignity with access to education, healthcare, and opportunity for personal growth. It means that ensuring that every individual, regardless of race, gender, or background, has the chance to fulfill their potential. However, in many parts of the world, this remains an occlusion of the dream of millions of people continue to face poverty, injustice, and lack of opportunity. That's where the LOSD, London Organization of Skills Development, come and put the inputs and help to create a world where peace prevails. We must give a priority, equitable development, ensuring that resources are distributed fairly, and that every individual has a chance to participate in and contribute to society. One of the most powerful tools to achieve the way of giving to the society is education. The other good news I would like to share that I've been appointed I was a director of LOSD, but now I've been appointed, even Rajarao, I have not even shared with you, but I'm telling you now in the public that I've been appointed as a CEO of the company now. And one of my key focus is on the education, women empowerment, and along with the youth development. So along with the women empowerment and the youth development, to have a better global society, to identify the needs. You see, the education is the foundation for sustainable development and human empowerment. Yes, it is, but it enables individuals to break free from the chain of poverty and creates informed citizens who can contribute to the well-being of their communities by promoting inclusive and quality education for all of them. But we can build societies where peace and prosperities are not just ideal for realities. So another pillar of prosperity is health, very important, because I know when I went through the health challenges, how I felt. So whatever I have experienced, I want to bring it out, that don't want that history to be repeated to others. So without health, there is no life. We have got loads of money, but when there's no good health, what are we going to do? So individuals cannot fully participate in society when there is no good health. So access to healthcare is a basic human right, and it is essential for the prosperity of individuals and a peace of society. We must work towards building healthcare systems that are accessible, affordable, and effective. So ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to lead a healthy and a fulfilling life. So in addition, we must not forget that without a healthy planet, there can be no sustainable peace. Am I right? True. So climate change is a deforestation and a pollution and exploitation of the natural resources are pushing back to the planet to its limit. And that's what we are facing. Look at every country has got different weathers. In Florida, there was a very bad hurricane. People have been lost without the power cut for many, many days. Even in the UK, we had a pouring rain. In every countries in India, I've heard that there were lots of rain. So every country are facing the different climate change. Why? Because we are pushing to the climate. We are pushing to our planet to go to a stage. So environmental degradation is not only threaten the natural world, but also exacerbates the poverty, displacement, and a conflict among the human populations, because population is increasing day by day. And we've already seen how climate induced disaster have replaced millions, and these numbers will only grow if we do not take urgent action. We must move away from the short-term profit-driven mindset. Money is not everything, but embrace long-term sustainable solutions and investing in renewable energy, reducing our carbon footprints, and promoting conservation are not only crucial for the planet well-being, but also necessary for creating stable and a peaceful society. As a global citizen, we have a duty to protect the natural resources that sustain us, ensuring that future generation can enjoy the same opportunities that we have. None of these challenges can be addressed by one nation alone, not by one individual alone, not by one society alone. They require global cooperation, solidarity, and a shared commitment. We must transcend borders and work together as one human family to protect our planet and ensure the well-being of all its inhabitants. So places like this, we need to be more combining, cooperating, and helping. So peace and prosperity for people and the planet are not unattainable ideas, but they are achievable. But only if we are willing to do boldly, collectively, and with a long-term vision. We need to foster a culture of unity, number one. Number two, where humanity works together to solve common problems and celebrate shared victories together. Let's remember that peace begins with us. Every action we take decision we make that has the potential to shape the future of our world. It is in our hands to create a world where peace and prosperity are not privilege for few, but rights for all. We want to be part of the wider solution, not the problem. But how can we can do it? I have got 3 important tips to share with you, and I'm sure that will help you. Number one, we need to believe in ourselves. When we believe in ourselves, the world will believe you. Even the caterpillar changes into the beautiful butterfly, and we all know that. The world has faced previous challenges, war, disease, political unrest, financial crisis. We came out resilient and stronger than before. We learned from the past and created a better future. Number two, follow your true instinct. Be humble, be kind, don't cheat, don't lie. If you can't do it, just leave it, but make a point by not cheating anyone. Be generous, be helpful, and support each other. And number three, be the person that builds bridges. Exactly what we are doing on this platform today. Build the bridges. Respect diversity. Despite background, ethnicity, social or political or religious lookouts, remember, this is our country, wherever we are living. You can change the future. You can make a positive impact on society at large. Start with your family and friends. And I also believe that by working together, we can make a positive global change. Together, we can build a future where people and planet coexist in harmony, where the prosperity of one door does not come at the expense of the others, where the dreams of lasting peace becomes a reality for the generation to come. And remember, peace is within us. So I just wanted to say that, you know what? Peace doesn't come. We are the people who wants to be part of the wider society, and how we want to help others. That's what London Organization of Skill Developments are working on, that project. Right now, we have just literally completed one conference at the Cambridge University in United Kingdom last month. Sorry, not now, in the month of August. We got very success, and now we are moving to the Harvard University in the United States, which is happening in the December. So if we work together as one organization with the unity, there are a lot of things which London Organization can help on. They inspire the people. They do the different courses. They recognize the people work. So this is the way how we can help and support our community, which is around the world. So thank you so much, Dr. Raja Rao. And I want to say, if you want to connect with London Organization of Skills Development, I'll give you the website. It's www.lost.co.uk. We look forward to see you there and work together. Love you all. Thank you, Dr. Raja Rao, and thank you, Professor Caroline.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much for the wonderful speech. And whatever the points you put forward for establishing peace, really wonderful. As we said earlier, you are superwoman. You have the super power to conquer whatever, even death, because we want to hear your story one day. That would happen. Let's give the story in the form of book and in the form of documentary as we planned earlier. It has to come out.
Raja Rao, when are we doing that? I'm working
soon. 2025 is meant for that. Let's do it for sure.
No,
Thank you so much. Yes, after superwoman and with the superpower, we have a larger than life, because we don't believe in that stories only. This happens in mythological books and movies. But whenever we see some people, we think that, these can be possible. These can be possible, because if you see the movie Triple R, where Junior NTR appears in the interval fight, actually the way he appears on the screen at the interval band to fight those Britishers, he comes along with all wild life animals. Really, that made everyone who sat in the theater, they started shouting, "I am searching for NTR, where he is." All animals are there, but in between all these animals, there is NTR, and the people started screaming, crying. I think it's 2 minutes or 3 minutes, but whole theater. And not only at the time, but every time that scene appears, because this is what people feel when we hear about the stories of larger than life. Because that's one example for Dr. Shama Hussainji, because being a ordinary woman to a moderator, something like that opinion when people have. Now, she is running successfully 3 organizations, you believe it or not. She is from Rayalaseema, from Anantapur district. Such a humble lady with humble beginning and innocent life. And she started with a humble beginning and rose to the prominence position to run today in Oman, Gulf Skills Pioneers, an eminent international organization, along with International Institute of Influencers and International Life Skills Private Limited Company. So these 3 institutions successfully she's been running, and she is running these 3 organizations. Actually, she was a professor, a great professor. She has done a PhD, and she has given something like a voluntary retirement service to her profession, and she started to run her own organization. Really, that's really challenging. And she's doing a wonderful job having her presence today. Really very much happy. And I don't want to take much time, because she's a good speaker. More than all these, she's a good speaker. Let's hear from her today on the subject global peace. Over to you, Excellency. You are muted.
Good evening, Rajarao Garu. Thank you so much, Auntie. Thank you so much for all the things that you said. Before I start, you established peace in my heart already. Thank you for that. So, esteemed people, esteemed, I should say, esteemed, honorable people who are dedicated here to establish peace in this platform. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to each and everyone present here. I think Dr. Parin Sumani, Professor Samir have already established the logistics parts of all the things about peace. What are the requirements? They didn't left anything for me to tell. But the simple thing, they are great legends already in their industry. So what I would like to say, the simple thing is, my dear friends, we feel peace when we find peace in others. We feel peace in our heart when I don't have grudges on Rajarogar, when I don't have grudges on Queen Elizabeth, when I don't have grudges on Bhai. I don't like to tell Rajput or anything. I just call him Bhai always. So, my dear friends, we have to remember one thing, that every person in this world has something problem. He's facing with some problems. Maybe they are not showing this to us. So we should not feel that he's proudish, he's doing that, and we start hating him and we develop grudges. And by this way, we spread the ripples of negativity all over the world. When you feel peace in others, you develop positivity. That positivity will lead to your empowerment. Remember that. Why any religion, whether it is a Christianity, whether it is a Islam, whether it is a Hinduism, Jainism, whatever may be the religion, every religion says, forgive people. They are not telling forgive people for something, for philosophy. When you forgive people for anything, whatever it is, when you develop tolerance in others, what happens? You are developing yourself. You are protecting your health. You are killing all the cancer cells from your body. And so positive thoughts. Recently, I have received the World Nobel Peace Prize in Philippines, one of the most prestigious award among the diplomats of the world. And you know why I'm telling this? I was asked one question there. Open forum. Diplomat of Romania, he asked me one question. How can you bring peace in the world? How can you bring peace in the world in one sentence? This was a challenge that everyone present there, because I'm receiving World Nobel Peace Prize. So I was asked this question there. And being on the stage, because I am practicing it practically, yeah, I'm failing also. I don't say that I am successful. I'm failing also, but I'm running behind it. More you fail, more you get experience, and more you will pass, more you will develop the momentum. We need to fail in relationships. Yes, of course, we need to fail, but you have to come up back again. You have to bounce back. So if you fail in relationship, we should not break the relationships. We should come back, my dear friends. So when they asked me this question, I told them the only answer to bring peace in the world is sustainability in relationships. Today, I love Queen Elizabeth. Tomorrow, if I start hating her, what's the use of that? I did not maintain sustainability in relationship. Then how can I bring peace in the world? How can I bring peace in myself first? I must be accountable, my dear friends. Remember, if you are maintaining any relationship, be accountable to that. If you are doing any relationship, today, so it has become a modernism. Today you like her, tomorrow you hate her. Tomorrow this all. And even the likes and dislikes in the social media is happening only just people like to see that what she is doing, but they don't like it by heart. When you empower them, you are indirectly getting empowered. Remember that. Law of attraction says, we are leaving all these things. We are actually taking the defeat. We are not attracting the universe. When you are good in your skills with what you are, you will establish yourself. In the universe, you will get what you are, but not what you want. There were two wife and husband. I will tell you one this small story and stop it. There were two wife and husband in the house. And my husband, as usual, reading the newspaper, sitting in the hall, and the wife was cooking something in the kitchen. And suddenly phone rings. Suddenly the telephone rings, and the wife quickly, oh my God, phone is coming. So she runs quickly to pick up the phone, and husband as well runs to pick up the phone. So what happens? Both of them come same time, almost near to each other. And one of the beautiful, wonderful flower vase, which was kept near the telephone, fall down by the husband. Imagine what happens in our life if it is the same thing. Most expensive one, most beautiful. So what will happen in our life stories? Why did you come fast here? You can't see. Wife will say to husband, you can't see this, and husband will say, why did you keep it here? Means blaming game starts. By this, after that, it leads to divorces, it leads to so many things. She leaves the home, and other people will interact, and so many things will happen. But my dear friends, if you are at peace in relationship, if you are a great leader by heart, what will happen? The wife will say, I'm sorry, I kept it in wrong place. And the husband will say, I'm sorry, I did not see it. Next time it will not happen. Nobody will blame. Remember, a great leader never play blaming game, because leaders follow peace, build peace, spread peace, and enjoy the peace. So for that, peace, we need not do the lectures, my dear friends. Peace will build automatically when you start building it. Like in our body, we have small cells, cells to organs, organs to organ systems, right? Finally, a big human being develops. So one small cell, let's start developing that small cell, and that cell is the peace. That peace will grow. By seeing you, others will learn. Positivity is always contagious, you know that. So when people see you positive, you are attracting everything. They will try to learn from you. So be a leader always in life, not a follower. Be a leader. And the best quality, if you read the 7 Successful Habits of a Great Leader's book, the best quality of a great leader is proactiveness. Stop, think, and then act. Not act, then stop and think. Stop, think, and act. This is the way we can build peace in the world. Thank you to each and everyone for giving me this opportunity. And let's build peace. Let's bring positivity where the world be short life. My dear friends, very short. Why everyone now remembering Ratan Tata ji, legendary leader? Every person open Facebook means Ratan Tata ji. So why even he died, we don't feel like he did. We don't feel like that. That's the life. Every minute of your life should speak something that you have done. Not anyone should say, oh, she is that, she's jealous, why? What will you do with jealousy? What will you do with building buildings? Short life, very short life, my dear friends. Let's live it to the fullest. Happily enjoy it, just enjoy it. With peace. Thank you so much, Raja. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much. So she has been blessed with good weapons. The first weapon is her skill to speak, because I became her fan after listening to her speeches, not by her anchoring or moderation of the programs. I thought she's a good moderator, but not that. She's a great motivational speaker. So after listening to her speeches, I felt really very happy. And sometimes I ask her to, Excellency, you run a talk show with every week one program so that you can enlighten us. But she says that, no, still I have to learn, because it's her humble words. Still I have to learn a lot. She says so, but she's a professor and she's been teaching to international students on her own AAA platform. Really, we are very much happy on this special day, Excellency, with your presence And the way you have started with saying the grudges is really, that's what making things bad in our lives, but we don't know that. Because actually, global peace starts with inner peace. So when we make, because when all individuals come together, it becomes something bigger than what we expected. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much for the gracious presence and wonderful, what we call the speech, and proving that you are larger than life by saying the prize what you have received in UK. But that's just the beginning. You have so much to achieve. You will achieve. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
Now,
you so much.
we have a special person, and we have special persons. Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas and Professor Dr. P.K. Rajput. These two are two different people, special people. Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas, we are not personally friends, nothing, but she is our family friend. She thinks of my kids more than myself. She always speaks about Prince Jason, and she keeps on encouraging my kids. But she not only encourages my kids, wherever the youngsters are there, all over the world, especially in Asian countries and African countries, she works for youth. Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas, she is the driving force behind thousands of youngsters in the world, doing wonderful job by establishing SUK international platform. Because I personally got benefited, because today my kids achieved a lot in terms of exposure, in terms of recognition, in terms of many things, because Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas. I proudly say this, not only this time, but I keep on saying this fact. And the other thing is, when we started international journey, the first person we contacted is none other than Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas. And she said that whenever you organize a program, I will be with you, I will support you. So this started in the 2019 ending, and in 2024 still, because whatever Shama ma'am said, we need sustainability in relationship. So she is the best example that we are doing that. So whenever we see Queen Elizabeth Lucas ma'am, we feel that. And she also has achieved many achievements in her journey, apart from encouraging many organizations. So thank you, Lucas ma'am, for, and I want to say a few words about Dr. P.K. Rajput sir before he starts his speaking. And in Telugu, we say, Andari Vadu. Sir, do you know it or not? But he is the person who belongs to every organization. I don't want to own him, because if I own him, it is only helpful to my organization, but he is not that type of person. Wherever an organization is budding, he will support that organization, because people needs the support and experience of what Dr. P.K. Rajput sir is possessed. Being a professor, being an international personality, and if you see what he has contributed to the pharma industry, really his achievements on LinkedIn, really I got fascinated by seeing all his achievements in pharma industry, and what he's contributing to all individual organizations who are stepping towards their success. He is the one behind, because he may be visible or he may not be visible, but there are hundreds of organizations he is supporting. And I think here we are, three members are there, Live Council and III and SUK. He is with us three. So we feel great, and we feel privileged of Dr. P.K. Rajput sir, because ma'am said he's by. Of course, he may be brother to UK and Anna to Telangana. So whatever we may call, but he is there with us in all our journey, in support, in terms of support, in terms of guidance and everything. Thank you, Rajput sir. Thank you so much. These two people are going to speak in next. So before that, I invite Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas ma'am to share her views on this global peace. Over to you, Excellency.
Thank you so much, sir. In fact, I don't know if I should say anything anymore, because Dr. Paris Somani and Dr. Shama Hussein, they've spoke into my life already. And I don't know, what else do you want me to say? Okay, greetings again from Yesekan International, United Kingdom. where we are all enjoying the atmosphere and also learning together, building ourselves together. And I want to say thank you so much, sir, Dr. Rajal. Thank you so much. And also thank you so much, Professor VGA Caroline, because you believe in me, an African woman that resides in United Kingdom, to be part of your program. And I don't take anything for granted. And this is the practical of peace. When we all come together despite of our differences, despite of our culture, despite of our geographical where we are, despite the fact of our beliefs, our faith, something that can bind us together is what we call LOVE, love. And we are spreading the good news. And for us to come together here is a privilege. I do not take anything for granted. I've seen Dr. Aruna Wadka. I've seen Dr. Sharma. I've seen Dr. Suraya, Professor Paris, and even Professor Ratput, and many, many more great speakers on this platform. Great leaders, Honorable Allen, and even everyone. Why? Because we love people. Because we are people of humanity. Because we love ourselves and we are sharing love with one another. And without love, how can we promote peace? And I believe that even those people that are waging war at the moment, they love somebody. They love themselves. They love their family. They love what they're doing. But we can do better. And that is the main reason why Dr. Rajal and Professor Vijay has organized this Peace Summit. Why? For us to come together and keep reminding ourselves about this love. Because love is the greatest. If I love you, why will I be jealous of you? If I love you, why will I be waging war against you? If I love you, why will I want to kill you or wage war on a whole country? If I love you, why will I be jealous? Why do I want to get what you have? Why do I want to wage war and go all over the place, damaging lives? Because we don't understand that love. And we don't have that love. Yes, we can say, yes, we love one another. But do we understand it? And if we don't understand something, we abuse it. That is why even in the family, they abuse love. Because how can you say you love one another in the family and you are fighting, abusing, controlling, manipulating? You said you love. How can you love and you hate your fellow human being? Knowing the fact that God of the universe created every one of us, in respect of the religion, culture, age, agenda. Why will you do that? I always claim that Dr. Rajao and Professor Vijay are my family. Yes, we can have our arguments because we are different. And our thinking is different. Our mindset is different. But then what bonded us together is the fact that we understand what family is all about. Because we understand what love is all about. Because we understand that we are not here alone in this world. We are here to relate with one another and to practice love, because the God of the universe loved us first, and he created us to spread the love. Where am I going this morning or this afternoon? We are talking about peace. We are gathering together to talk about the peace summit. And for the past 4 years, we've been gathering together to talk about this peace. But one thing that we need to know when we are talking about peace is understanding, better understanding. If we can understand life, if we can understand that we are not perfect, if we can understand that we are human beings, if we can understand that every one of us has a unique, we are special, if we can understand that we all have the right to exercise our rights, and we have all the right to do whatever we're doing, if we can understand our opinion must be different, if we can understand that this world is wide and beautiful enough for us to relate together, if we can understand that, yes, we can make mistakes and we can still learn from those mistakes. If we can understand that I'm gifted, you are gifted, and we can rub hands together. If we can understand that our fingers here, they are not equal. If we can understand that love is the greatest, not the love by the tongue, but love from the heart, then we can walk together. Then we can love and appreciate one another. Then we can help others by extending our love to others. As I'm talking to you, we have billionaires. We have millionaires. But sometimes they don't even know how to spend their money. And the other side, we have so many people suffering in poverty. Our children are being denied of education. Our women as well. The young ones are lost in the society. And we are claiming children are the leaders of tomorrow. But how are we supporting them to become the leaders of tomorrow? We have been thinking about ourselves. Whereas we need whatever we have, whatever we are blessed with, it's not only for you to enjoy, it's for you to express it and share it into the world. So when we gain better understanding of what life is all about in our journey, then we will appreciate ourselves and we will appreciate others. Then we respect. You deserve respect, ma'am, sirs. I deserve respect. Our children deserve respect. The only respect we can give them is to provide for them, to make the place beautiful, enjoyable, peaceful. The only way you can gain respect, just as my great leaders, Dr. Paris have said, is for you to do to others. It's for you to help others. It's for you to go out of your way. That's the way that we can gain respect. And above that, we all have a legacy. I stand on this platform to say, materials is not my legacy. Sorry. Money is not my legacy. My legacy is when we impart into these younger ones' lives and they carry on the good will. Our schools are lost. It's not about academic alone. It's about moral values. Where is the respect? Where is the love? Where is the relationship? Because whatever we imparted into their mindset now is what they will walk and grow on. I can talk all along, but sorry, I can't waste much of your time. But the little I've said It's about love. It's about getting better understanding. Because better understanding will bring peace into our heart. Those people waging wars, they don't have two heads. They are like us. But when we keep on sharing and talking and engaging the minds of many like Dr. Raja has done on this Peace Summit, then we can do better. I understand when they were asking Dr. Sharma that we are talking about peace. How can we really, have peace? It has to start from within. Because those people waging wars are like us. So if they can change their mindset, if I can change my mindset and gain better understanding, then there will be peace. We all have governors. We have those people on leading us. You are related with them. What kind of conversation do you have with them? Because they are human beings like us. Like Dr. Sharma said, we don't throw the blame to anybody. Every one of us needs to gain that responsibility to make this peace work among our children, the youth, the adults, women in the markets, and even the government. People throw responsibility, they throw blame to the government. Who are the government? Human beings like us. And we can reach out to them. We can see our minds out without pretending, without compromising. So if we on this platform believe that peace can still reign, then it shall be. And yes, we can spread those good news. That peace should reign in our heart, in our family, in our society, in the nation. And we are the one to spread the good news of peace. Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Raja.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much. It's a wonderful speech. We know that you are a great motivator, but experiencing is different. Thank you so much for the great motivation that you have given today. As usual, we feel honored and humbled with your speech. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next, we have Nandarivadu, the person who belongs to all organizations, doing a commendable job, being a man from pharma industry. Now he became a great motivational leader, speaker, and great author. Actually, the book, the title itself, great, inspiring, and motivating. So let's see one day about him. But today, let's listen to him about the global peace. Over to you, sir.
Thank you,
Dr. P.K. Rajput, sir.
Thank you, sir. My respect and my gratitude to all the wonderful, eminent personalities here. By listening now to Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth, my sister Dr. Shama, and Dr. Rania, and our Elan sir, chief guest, seeing Dr. Aruna, seeing Engineer Suresh, and Tarunji, Surya Banu Saab, and so many good people, great people. I always feel, oh my God, and Dr. Professor Nada Ratu, right? Right, so, and so many great people, right? I feel that, oh my God, there's a lot of the things to learn from them. And learning is one of the great journey. Thank you, sir, for inviting me to my brothers and sisters of this great universe, right? This is a wonderful world. Esteemed participants to whom I directly know them, respect them, and of course, I know here on your platform. And we are participating in the World Peace Summit at this incredible platform of Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council, led by you, Sir Raja Rao Garu, sir, and Professor Caroline, ma'am. Once again, please accept my gratitude. Being a lifetime learner, it is my great honor to speak before you today, albeit virtually, as we gather under the inspiring theme of peace and prosperity for people and the planet. That too, today, 13th of October, which is known as the International Day by the United Nations for the disaster risk reduction. What a right day which you have chosen, sir. And we are talking about the peace part, which is very, very important. In a world that often feels divided and tumultuous, which Dr. Sharma has said just right now, which Professor Queen Elizabeth has said right now. These words, it resonates deeply, calling us to reflect on our collective responsibilities to ensure the harmony among ourselves. What's the same, the words of wisdom which you have said? It is actually not the words of wisdom. It is the Midas touch which you have said from your wonderful mouth, which is the real need of the hour. Peace is not merely the absence of the conflict. It is the presence of understanding, compassion, love, respect, humanity, and humility, which is very, very important. It is a beautiful bond which connect us, transcending the borders, cultures, and ideologies. Today, we can see the entire world in front of us. There's a bond which you have created, the bond which all the eminent personalities which you have created here, because though we have not met many, but we can see that, yes, it is, we always say, the color of the blood is red, and that's what we have been connected to each other, but that redness of the blood which is there, which is the connect of love, respect, and regard, which is important. And that's why it at the peace. At its core, peace begins with us, which everybody has said about it. I do believe on it. We all strive to cultivate the inner tranquility which is required, for it is from this place of serenity that we want to extend our hands to others and embrace our shared humanity, which is the need of the hour, because we don't know the next person sitting to me, he or she required that humanity. The person required humility. The person required compassion. We are not aware about it, but that is the real need of the hour. When we talk about the prosperity, very well, Professor Queen Elizabeth said about it. I repeat to her the word. It cannot be measured solely by the material's wealth or economic growth, right? Because people are growing, it cannot be measured with that. The true prosperity, it encompasses the well-being of individuals and the communities where we are, where we belong to it, and at the same time, where the communities where others, they are striving hard to come out. The health of our ecosystem, which we all know that how it is going in the which side. I'm not going to speak on that, but everybody knows about it. The richness of our culture tapestry, which was there, we used to talk that how rich our culture was, whatever the cultures are, whatever the religion we belong, but our culture was very, very rich. And that's why we used to talk about the peace part it is there. It is about ensuring that every person has access to the education, because today we say education is not a part of the life. Education is the life itself. And without that, the life doesn't sustain. And that's what education is very important for the peace part. As we look to this wonderful planet, I always say, God has given us opportunity, and we are lucky that in the Hindu mythology, we say that we have to take 86,000 more than how many birth than only this human life has been given by the God. And it is true. So as we look to the planet, we must acknowledge the urgent need of sustainable practices, which just now Dr. Pareen said about it. That is honored to dedicate the balance of our complete ecosystem. The climate change which is happening, the deforestation which is happening, the pollution which is coming up with that. And you know that I repeat, because when I was hearing long back Dr. Sharma, my sister, when she was talking about the United Nations Agenda 2030, right? It reminded me about it, because it says that peace and the climate action, which is the goal numbers 13 and the 16, both are there, but how it is happening. You can see what is happening in the Middle East. You can see what is happening between the Ukraine and the Russia. Is it a part of the peace? How many bodies, how many people are getting destroyed? So it is not a part of the peace, which is not having. Rather, it is increasing day by day, and how it has to be stopped. So let us reflect on our historical moment and the figures that we have contributed to the global peace. We have the great people, Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, in India, in Bharat. And we have Martin Luther King, sir. Oh my God, the great person. Nelson Mandela, sir. The great person, 23 years he was in the jail. When he came out again, he was one of the great person for the peace part. Right. So how their philosophies can guide us today. To achieve this vision, we must ensure the collaboration across all the sectors, government, businesses, non-profit, individual, any type of the community. We must be collaborating, because it is very important that if you start collaborating and start spreading it, at least the people will be able to understand the value of the peace, the value of the humanity, the value of the compassion, which is very important. today, let us also remember the power of the dialogue. I can say that our respected Prime Minister, he visited to the country. He was talking to them that why to fight? Let us sit together. Let us sit together, because when we sit together, when we communicate together, we can resolve this thing, which is very important, because any of the fight can be resolved. What a wonderful story Dr. Sharma has said about it, about the husband and wife. It is like resolving the things in a very, very harmonious way. So anything can be taken care, because there should be a reaction. There has to be a response, which is very, very important. As we all embark on this great journey, sir, which you have empowered us toward the peace and prosperity, let us guide the principles of empathy, which is very important. Innovation and the actions which are required, the right action which is required, because we all have a significant role to play in the community, wherever we are, whichever the place we are. Our collective effort, small effort can create a ripple effect, which is very, very important. And in the last, I can say, I urge each of us, the great eminent personalities which are there in front of me, which I respect a lot, right? Let us put this vision in a harmonious way, and we should spread it, because together we all, let us champion the cause of the humanity and the planet, ensuring that our legacy is one of the unity, resilience, and hope, filled with humility and compassion, with lot of respect and regard for everybody across, not only in the nation, but across the world itself. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And once again, very blessed to be a part of such an eminent group, where I'm able to see and I can respect all the wonderful professionals which are there, who are an ambassador of the peace, humility, humanity, and compassion. Thank you so much.
So he is the leader with a ladder, because once he sent me the book, the leaders with a ladder.
So Dr. Sharma, my sister, has already given her testimonial in that book as well.
Yes.
So I'm very happy and blessed to be in that.
Actually, not the book that inspired me much, but whatever the preface, whatever the testimonials that are there in that book, truly, because they are so inspiring, because they have elaborated the very person of Dr. P.K. Rajput sir. It itself is a book, the leader with the ladders. So I felt really very happy after going through all the testimonials. So what a great personality he is. I learned a lot from the testimonials. So of course, I read the book, and the book is very valuable. But for me, there are some points that touch us. So the testimonials touched me a lot. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being your presence, and thank you for the commendable job that you have done today with your motivational speech on peace. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now we have two persons, very, very special persons. My friend, Professor Nada, she made me so beautiful. Actually, we have to say handsome, but it's not handsome. She made my name so beautiful. Actually, Raja Rao, this name sounds a bit old age, something like that. But she calls me fondly Raja, dear Raja, with her own Croatian accent. So whenever she invites me onto international podium, by saying that Raja, so I feel blessed having such a beautiful name. So really, I felt very much honored. Whenever she invites me, I say yes to her every her program, because just for the sake of listening to her invitation, or just for her words of introduction, really that made me so special. But apart from that, she is my good friend. She motivated my elders and friends. She achieved many achievements. And if 50% goes to SC UK International and the remaining goes to Dr. Arnav Wadkar and Dr. Professor Nada, these both helped my elders and friends career. And they had given good platforms for his achievements and for his success. And I always indebted to these two great personalities, because Professor Nada, when I say Professor Nada is my friend, I say Dr. Arnav Wadkar, not as my friend, but I say she's a great leader. For me, I don't know why, but I connect with some people in some ways. I said this in 2021. I said this in 2024. Again, I say the same in 2034. if we met on this or some other platform, I say that she is a great leader, a great administrator, because people need such type of women leaders, because there are many leaders in jails, whether he is a leader or not, but he can get that personality or he get the stamp as a leader. But women getting the stamp of leader, it's very rare, because the quality says, not the persona, but the quality says she is a great administrator. Because I felt the same, but after visiting her Harvest Foundation program that held in Bangalore, really I witnessed the same. Because experiencing our virtual platform is different, and witnessing the same in Bangalore in her program, that's really the program. When we have seen that, really we felt that it was such a big program. Actually, the organizers would shiver to organize such programs, but with her humble persona and with sober, such type of greater, what we call composer, the way she led the program with her friend, truly remarkable. So, whatever I felt on that virtual platform, had witnessed in Bangalore. So, these two are two special people, because I feel that I need to have, if God asks me, what do you want to get from Dr. Arno, what can I say? That I want to get that her leadership qualities. So really, I'll ask her that. So just let me say one example. I wanted to speak about most on political subjects. These days, I am making some series of topics. Every day night, I will sit and write some of my topics to speak on next day. So whenever I mention the subject of political subject, she once told me, I think 3 years back, don't speak of politics. While she was inviting me to her platform, she said that, don't speak of politics. So whenever I choose a topic, I write it, and I feel that Dr. Arno is suggesting me or warning me, don't write the topic, it is political topic. So if I speak of something political, a few days back I spoke on media, that Indian national media, I got a few calls. I feel that whether I don't know, instructing this politician to go and say, I have to don't speak on politics. So even today, because 3 years back she told me on while she was inviting me to her, yes, don't speak of politics, but still it is vibrating in my ears whenever I choose. Be careful. It says that not to speak of politics. But be careful, because we have to be very careful about these crooked politics and all these. So that's very motivating. But anyhow, really, I admire as a leader, and Professor Nada, I admire as my friend. So both are here. Really, we feel very happy having their presence, because this is what I said a few years earlier, and this is what I said today. Even after 10 years, I abide by my words. Thank you so much, Professor Nada. First of all, thank you so much for being here from Croatia. We feel honored to have your presence.
Always, always.
Yes, this is your turn to speak on Global Speech. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, dear Sir Raja. Thank you, Dr. Caroline, for this opportunity. Really honored, blessed to be here today from Croatia, from Europe. The voice of Europe is here today, and it will be always. After our amazing educators, leaders, entrepreneurs, now is my time to talk. So when our great Professor Samir talked, he mentioned that technology. So I'm sure that technology will bring such a lot of new solutions and will solve the problems what we have in this world. So yes, we will not talk about the politics, because we have many other topics, and I will say one song. There is one song, so we can say, "There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one." And our great Siraja and our great Dr. Caroline is doing this. So there are people dying. Yes, and it's time to lend a hand to life. So the greatest gift of all, we can go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere soon make a change. We are here all change makers, amazing change makers who are working tirelessly. So we here are all a part of God's great big family. And the truth, love is all we need. Our great Dr. Queen said that love is all we need. So we are really the world. We are one who will make it brighter, and we are giving this. So there's a choice to make that. Here, starting from the peace, I can say this that we know, and this platform, this raw platform is doing every year a great World Peace Summit. And this is important because we know that only peace can bring a harmony in our life and in our nations, communities, and individual across the globe. So for us, no race, no religion, we are all the same. So for us, the stability, social justice, environmental sustainability, and human rights. Today, we already mentioned each one of these topics. So I want to say that we want the absence of the war. We want the harmony among the nations. We want this social justice, and we want this sustainability in the environment. So we know that we have a history, and history is always repeating. So many peace movements. Then we have the organizations, international organizations, which are working on this, United Nations and other. And the key concepts when we say, according to the world peace, is the conflict resolution. So we need to know all of this if we want to act. Then the dismemberment. And so for human rights, protecting the rights of each one individual today is really fundamental. So if we want to achieve the peace, no violations. So violations of human rights often lead to conflict and unrest. So the challenges, political conflicts, economic inequality, cultural, religious differences, and environmental issues. These are the global issues, and we are surrounded with this. So we are giving our efforts to promote the world peace, educating for the peace. Professor Nada is an educator, and my students are always involved in every event. So we never miss the events. So, and also we are acting in Africa and all around the globe. Now our actions will be, because in my neighborhood we have a big disaster, climate change disaster in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and now the actions will be for that people and children. So how much we can give, we give that. Then that is the meaning of the initiatives, our community initiatives. So we are giving these efforts to promote this, to understand this, and always let us be involved in these global campaigns. Today, this is also a global campaign, global protecting campaign. And again, I want to say that I'm really proud of Sir Raja and Dr. Caroline and this amazing organization, because here we are not only speaking, we are acting, because we are witnessing that all amazing here leaders, change makers we hear such a lot of awards, prizes, because that is something that we really need to that is something that is giving us a value if we are also for that rewarded. So let us think about this peace. Let us have it every day with us. Peace in our heart, peace in our mind. We know that Mother Teresa said, peace begins with a smile. So if we can bring a smile, that we have a smile, that is a meaning. That is meaning that we can never obtain peace in the world, that we make the peace without ourselves. And Mahatma Gandhi also says, an eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. So Professor Nada also can talk till tomorrow. I want to conclude this. World peace is going, and we really require this cooperation. We need to understand. We need the active participation from each one individual, from the communities and the nations. It is really a call. It is a call for a collective effort. We need to address these root causes and conflict and build a more just, equitable, and sustainable world. So, Russia war is still present. Yemen civil war is still present. Afghanistan crises are present. So Ethiopia's are present. Israel-Palestine conflict is present. So I can say till tomorrow. So this war is illustrating the conflicts and our ongoing efforts, and the international community is really continuing to seek collaborative solutions. So we need the solutions. We need to work. And again, I want to say thank you. Thank you, Sir Raja. Thank you, Dr. Caroline, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for inviting me here on this Global Summit 2024. And this is something that really means for me a lot to be with all you amazing, amazing people. Thank you. And we are a great big family. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much for throwing light on international issues. And thank you so much for encouraging us, supporting us. We all know that you can speak not only 24 hours, because God has blessed you with so much knowledge. You are a source of great inspiration. Whatever you are doing on Reply platform, IIU platform, we have been witnessing for the past few years. Commendable job, Excellency. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And next we have Dr. Aruna Wadkar ji, the great women administrator personally, but professionally, she is the founder director of Harvest Educational Society from Bangalore. Over to you, Excellency.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajarao, for this introduction and warm welcome. But I'm not able to forget that you remembered my statement of, not to be talking about politics on the platform. That's like, I recalled myself, oh yes, I do, because I believe that politics should not be entering into education. So, when education is where it is away from all the politics, where we treat everybody the same. So that was the reason, I humbly requested not politics on the platform but I'm so happy that you still remember, and I appreciate what you your talks I go through. Yes, though they are politics, but then there's justice done to what you talk. So that's good. So thank you so much, Dr. Rajarao and Professor Dr. Caroline. And once again, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to all the amazing speakers today present on this platform of World Peace Summit 2024, organized by Vishwa Humanity United International Council by Dr. Rajarao and Professor Dr. Caroline. Both of them are the epitome of, all together like leadership, motivators, and bring the change in the society and towards the people in and around them. So a whole lot of gratitude to both of you, Dr. Rajarao and Professor Dr. Caroline, and it's an amazing evening and that I am invited on this particular platform, and I'm always elated. It's my pleasure to be present on this particular platform. So, and I really appreciate the beautiful and the meaningful talks shared by the superb speakers and the eminent speakers here. As I understand with a couple of speakers, like, beautiful thoughts shared by Dr. Sharma, sustainability in relationship, which in depth, what I understand is let one's thoughts, words, and action be the same, whether personal or professional. That's what I take. That's the takeaway, what I understand. And it is so very true. Professor Dr. Elizabeth, who's so very close to my heart, and I love her to the core as well. Definition of love. She is an angel and she is a messenger of love, what I should say, because she has immense love for everybody. As she said, love is nothing but understanding each other, not through just mind, but from the heart. So very true, Professor. Just loved the definition. Professor Dr. P.K. Rajput mentioned about collaborating that leads to peace, and let's create the ripple in the society. Professor Nada said, peace begins with a smile. So very true. So each one of us have the beautiful thoughts that we share towards the society so that it can be understood. It can be understood in the right manner what it is to be taken. So very beautifully mentioned. And today is based on the theme, peace and prosperity. So very much needed to all of us in our daily life. It is not just the word peace and prosperity. Let us see how we can create peace and what is that leads to prosperity. We'll create peace only if we are prospering? No. It is just like collaboratively how we create. Because peace and prosperity are the foundations of the thriving society. Peace fosters an environmental of mutual respect and understanding, which has already been told. At the same time, allowing individuals and communities to focus on growth, while prosperity ensures that the fruits of hard work and collaboration are shared, leading to the greater well-being for each and every one in this whole world. If we bring those thoughts in our own self, trust me, peace and prosperity follows together. Again, a beautiful quote that captures this balance of peace and prosperity by the well-known Dalai Lama, respected Dalai Lama. Peace does not mean an absence of conflicts. Differences will always be there. Peace means solving these differences through peaceful means, through dialogue, through education, through knowledge, and through humane ways. At the same time, when I'm quoting this quote, it reminds us that peace and prosperity are interconnected. It cannot go diverse ways. It is interconnected. And achieving them requires continuous efforts, actually, in our communication, in our understanding, in our compassion and empathy, which is already, Dr. Rajput said that, which very much goes with the balanced mindset. If we have the balanced mindset, and as one of the eminent speakers said, it starts from home. And when we create our home a peaceful environment, definitely we would want, when we step out, we also need that peaceful environment to be created there as well. It is not just that we can learn it within a day or two. It comes by experience. It comes by time. It comes when you reinforce the thoughts in your minds as to what is right and what is wrong. That is where you start doing things, following things which will make and create a very soulful environment. Again, building peace and prosperity, it is not just one way. It's a multifaceted approach that includes fostering social cohesion, promoting economic growth as well, ensuring equitable to resources, and at the same time, investing, very, very important. I always give force to this, investing in education and infrastructure. So education is something that, no child is left behind, or no one should be left behind. And that is where my organization also, we reach out to the underprivileged children, upliftment of the society, and empowering women. Why we want to do it? The reason only being not for the fame or the money or any things as such as Professor Elizabeth mentioned. It is just for mainly, one is we found a purpose to do it. Satisfaction of what we are doing and happiness of what we want to do. So let us spread the small things, how much ever possible, if not in a very big way, but at least in small steps, which might lead to the biggest way. So that is where I believe that peace and prosperity goes hand in hand. As I mentioned, education and awareness is needed, economic stability, inclusive governance, And also, what I understand is community engagement. Are we spreading peace through helping the destitutes? Are we spreading peace and prosperity, helping the underprivileged? Are we, following this by empowering women? It is not a cakewalk for every woman to scale up high. Each one needs one or the other support. Probably it matters how well we support each other rather than, one of our eminent speaker mentioned, rather than having the jealousy, rather than having, why am I not able to do it? You do it your own way, you will reach to the where you want to, and you will spread what you prefer the world to be. And when I mentioned this at the same time, just one small example that in our Bharat, in India, that is happening right now. It is the midday meal scheme in India, launched in, I think, 1995, which aims to improve the nutritional status of the school children while encouraging higher enrollment and retention rate in the schools. Because when they don't have money to pay fees, they drop out. So what happened, this scheme was launched, especially among the economical disadvantaged groups. So this program had a significant impact of both education and social harmony in India, because it's not only the private schools, the high-end parents or the high-end children are getting education. At the same time, the children from every corner of the world, regardless of their caste, category, or religion, whatever they are, everybody are getting the education. That was the most important motto behind this midday meal. So the midday meal scheme serves as a powerful example of how education cannot be only enhancing the social welfare, but also promotes peace and prosperity by reducing the inequality and creating opportunities for one and all across the globe. Because everywhere, if this is one example, every country or every state can have these thoughts where there is no definition of the high and the low. So that's where I believe also that enhancing and empowering women, and as I mentioned, students, providing life skills to students who are underprivileged means a lot to me, because that leads to the upliftment of the society in itself. Whatever, regardless the way I'm trying to do, yes, I would be doing. But I just want to share one small, before I conclude. I was invited for an interview for the nominee as the South India Women Achievers Awards. So I was asked there, what is that differently you create in your education, or in, when you mean by society, because as I have a foundation as well as an NGO. So what do you do? What do you mean? What is your purpose to do? I replied the same thing what I mentioned to you all here, because the only thing of bringing each and every one together is when you are happy what you're doing, when you have a purpose of what you're doing, and when you know what you're doing is enhancing to beautify the world. That is what I believe. And I also, every time I go for trainings and for workshops for kids, and I always tell them, always believe two keys in life. One is keep educating yourself. That's the first key. Why? To have an open mindset towards intellectual growth. And key for life, keep extending yourself until and unless you reach the goal. The two key factors which I follow myself, and today, till date, from all the speakers here, it is so many things that I need to imbibe in order to upgrade myself to learn more. So that's the beautiful world that you want to create. But yes, I'm always on a positive note that never to give up, but go on and on and on, doing your work. Definitely a day will come where you will definitely be not only recognized, but there would be a change and a change maker you will be named as. And in conclusion, peace and prosperity are deeply interconnected and mutually reinforcing. For societies to thrive, it is essential to cultivate an environment where conflicts are resolved because of the politics, whatever the reason, there's chaos between the countries. So where they can be resolved through dialogues, mutual respect, and cooperation. Education as an equitable economic opportunities and inclusive governance serve as powerful tools in promoting both peace and prosperity. So, people, these are the few words that I had in my mind to share with you all. And it's love you all and God bless us all. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much. You treated all of us as students. You made us sit here, have taken a class. You say, you have spoken about midday meals, but you have arranged a full meals to us by mentioning the speakers of all your previous speakers, by quoting them, their words, their sentences. Really, that's commendable. Really, it's a full meals at dinner time. Thank you so much, Excellency.
Thank
we
you.
know that you are a great teacher first, then the leader. Thank you so much for your presence. It makes our Royal Council proud to speak about. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you once again. So now we have, last but not the least, actually she has to start all our programs. But today, fortunately and unfortunately, fortunately is she has visited Asian countries. That is, unfortunately, she has joined a bit late, but no problem. We are honored to have her presence. She is none other than Professor Dr. B.J. Carolyn ma'am, who is behind this Royal Council as Managing Director and the founder chairman of the Life Foundation, a great professor and eminent psychologist, great author. And she's had to do many things. And she's been doing wonderful job through her Life Foundation, through her Royal Council, as a counseling psychologist, as a professor. But still, she has many dreams, and we both have. We both have many dreams to achieve. So for that, this year, especially we have dedicated for doing physical work, not promoting them. And but today onwards, and this year onwards, we are changing a bit, and we are trying to come to online platform once again. And no, just I don't want to say anything, but I request Professor Dr. B.J. Carolyn to come and speak about this program and our future schedule and everything. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you for inviting me. First of all, I would like to apologize all the eminent leaders, global leaders, as well as my family members for joining too late because afternoon only I landed India and I was so tired, bit tired. I visited Thailand and I want to know the culture, the environment. For that study, especially I took these holidays for that trip. Nowadays, I'm focusing more on people who are distressed, especially on the deathbed. So I started counseling for the family members whose family member is on deathbed. Their mental conditions I can understand. So I'm focusing much even at late nights. So you can see me a lot of transformation in my body because of a lot of work pressure. And I slept suddenly without my knowledge sitting on the chair. And I noticed I got up very late and I quickly I joined, but unfortunately that some glitch occurred in all the 2 laptops and I borrowed from my neighbor and joined. So I apologize once again for all the glitch in my system and the way I joined very late, being the host of the program along
Dr.
with
Caroline, you look so beautiful. Even you are tired and you are today special beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Namaste from India, my beloved sisters and brothers of my family, especially Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council. I'm Carolyn. Already have been introduced by my brother, Dr. Raja Rao. Sir.
You are welcome, ma'am.
I'm so delighted to see you, ma'am. On this platform, once again, I would like to personally apologize for not attending the program. Yes, you.
Oh no, please, we are family. You don't need to mention that here.
So some or other
We are
work
family.
pressure is there. Of course, everyone have, I can understand. But even then, my family platform also I'm not able to attend because of the emergency where I'm focusing especially on the peace. If the one family is in distress, the total family lose the peace. If one family lost the peace, total society, nation will be disturbed. So I'm focusing on that, being a spiritual leader and being a global leader as well as the psychologist. I felt it is my responsibility. So more focusing on the family members, especially counseling them to be bold to face enough whatever the inevitable conditions. So this is World Peace Summit. I feel that this topic is related to our world peace, because if one person is not peaceful, entire society will be disturbed. So let us focus especially on world peace. As Rajarao sir said, we are more focusing on physical as well as online. At ground level, we are doing a lot of work. We didn't expose it much what we are doing. We have a lot of plans, especially for the global peace, and at our level, how best we can uplift the underprivileged community. So many works we are doing, we are discussing every time, and we are having a great plans. And especially on the online platform, we want to be very serious and invite all our family members to discuss on every topic which is creating some kind of unrest in the hearts and minds of the people, and especially the underprivileged community. The main focus on underprivileged community as well as the global peace. As you know that I have established or started my foundation, that is the Life Foundation, especially focused on underprivileged community, and Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council, especially focused on the world peace and sustainable development goals. Already every time I discuss, I say about all these things. I'm unfortunate that I did not listen to all the eminent speakers, so I couldn't notice the points, but I'm sure I listened to the video recording coolly, and I will note down all the points, whatever the suggestions, advices, and the views and the insights you have given us, that we notice and we try our best level to implement on the platform of this Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council. And our channels also, we want to make it more active. Till now, we are in a passive condition, and we make it very serious because we want to address every issue, the global issues and the problems from our platform, catv.net and Ma India channel. So we both running our YouTube channels, and we know social media is very powerful. We can address the issues through our social media. So we want to invite all our family members to speak on every issue. And so already we started. So Sonakshi Bharadwaj ma'am already attended our program, and she has given us very powerful talk and many suggestions which inspired. So definitely we focus on all this. We invite all the global leaders to participate and make this platform a powerful platform where we are going to address and solve the problems also at our level. So Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council is doing a lot. We are trying to, we are already with the government. We're working along with the government for the upliftment of the society and the underprivileged community. And Rajarao sir, my brother, is doing a lot. He says always my name, but I take his name. He's like a pillar to the society, to this organization. So I have some dream in my mind. I express to him, and he'll see that it will be on the earth in the physical form. So that is his greatness. So I never forget Rajarao sir. I always feel that I have the dream of visiting different countries and know their culture and the environment conditions. Being a environmental science professor and as well as a biotechnology doctorate, I always focus on science, and I'm inspired as a spiritual leader to focus on the universe and the energies. And being a human being as a psychologist, I would like to know the culture of the society. So whatever the dreams I feel that sir say, go, ma'am, go to different countries, study, come on, you move on, you have that energy. So I started, and we recently visited Abu Dhabi and Dubai along with my brother this time. As my daughter also would like to join in this part, she too came, and we are working on that. So brother is doing all the background work from behind, and so we see that everything, whatever the issues, burning issues, we all know that the society is facing, the world is facing, at our level, which humanity is trying to address. And slowly, we know many things. We have a lot of plans to implement, but we have done only 25% or 10%. I don't know what is the percentage we feel. We always feel low, something to be done, more. So that we have the zeal and enthusiasm to work for the welfare of the nation and the globe. So at our level, definitely in future, you will be seeing that what we said that we are implementing. We are a little bit slow because of the activities we want to run physically. So we are having so many plans. Many times we discussed with Dr. Aruna ma'am regarding the training sessions, but we couldn't make it because we have so many other plans to do. So if we start one, we don't want to stop anywhere. So yes, ma'am, that's what's the reason we couldn't contact you. So many plans we have. We'll do it, and we want the international platform. Elizabeth Lucas, ma'am, my queen sister, always be with us. She encourages us a lot, and every member of the family, I really appreciate. We need your support, your encouragement, and your moral support, so that we can go ahead and do wonders. I assure on this platform. So nothing I want to speak. I want to declare more powerfully, because universe has energy. What we declare, the word has energy. What we declare, it will be accomplished on this earth when we decree and declare more powerfully in the name of God. I decree and declare in the name of God, whatever we say on this platform, that I'm sure going to be accomplished physically, and this Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council will be a more powerful platform which addresses and try to solve all the burning issues of the world and the society. As our country, India, also facing a lot, we try our best level and we support the underprivileged community. We see that they have good education, good standards of life, and a happiest life that we always focus. I'm sure through my Life Foundation and through Rajarao sir dreams, we are seeing that Life Foundation also work for the welfare of the community, and we are moving ahead from one school. It has started to fourth, and we are planning to establish a government related school supports underprivileged. We are working even for that. So we have big dream, and with your support, with my family members, with our family members, we will do it. We will accomplish it, I'm sure. Thank you very much, brother, for giving this opportunity to talk. I don't want to talk much because all the eminent leaders has given a powerful speech, which I missed, but I'm sure my family members are more powerful, and the words are more powerful, and the solutions are more powerful. I know, because every time I hear them, I listen to them, and I'm confident. So I assure, once again on this platform, me and my brother, we are a God-given bond. I always feel he's from another womb, but I always feel Rajarao, brother. Tears roll in my eyes that I want my brother to be happy with his family and with his children. And I decree and declare on this platform, my brother will be always happy. Always happy. I don't want to speak much, and I want to see that our bonding should be too strong for the welfare of the society and nation. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to talk and express my emotions and feelings. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Really, whatever you said, God is hearing. He will listen to our prayers, and
Yes.
definitely the words would come in active mode. And it will be, certainly. We can see as a deed that happens. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much whatever you said today, we take it as a blessing. It is given by God. We hope so. Thank you so much, ma'am. I really truly inspiring and want to say such a way you have spoken, that such a way you have given the inspiration and motivation. Thank you, and thanks so much.
Thank you.
Now we have two persons, Sunesh Bharadwaj and Arun Tiwari ji. Sunesh Bharadwaj, ma'am, one of our close friends and the one who started these organizations along with us. Because very late nights we spend because we don't know why it happens, but it is been happening since 2019 or 20. Whenever the last minutes we speak of her, but she has to be in the beginning because her diction. Because if God gives me a chance to get something from Suresh Bharadwaj, I get her diction, the way she stress syllables. Because that's so amazing. I don't know why, but I stress on every time on the first syllable. So what happens in English is it changes the entire meaning of the word. But she knows where to stress on the first syllable, second syllable. I know, but I don't know. But somehow my Indian accent dominates while I'm speaking English. But for Suresh Bharadwaj, God has gifted her because she has so many titles with her. And I'm a prominent engineer, international speaker, author, motivator, etc., etc. To speak, so many things are there to say. But I appreciate her because God gifted her with a great diction to speak. Because if speakers speak, 90% we understand, 80%, 70%, something like that happens. But Suresh Bharadwaj speaks, we can understand 100% of her speech. She's such a way she has been blessed. So we are very happy to have her presence. Just like, because if we are speaking at the end, which means they are very close to our hearts. Please understand that. It may be Srikant Kaludkar sir, or it may be Tarun Tiwari sir, it may be Sunesh, because we think that you are our family members. You who can stay, because all our chief guests, they are very busy with their schedules. Why we are inviting them? They will say that this is the time we can say from this time to this time. Even we also request Arna Worker ma'am, you have to stay from 8 to 9 p.m. Such a way we request. So these things will happen by while. But when you people are our family members, there are no time limits and no time boundaries. That's why we invite you at the end. But please be there with us. Now it's time for Sunesh Bharadwaj. Over to you.
Thank you, and warm greetings from India. So first of all, I'm greatly, thankful from the bottom of my heart for Raja Rao sir for giving such a wonderful introduction, and most importantly to Dr. Caroline for initiating this beautiful, concept of peace and prosperity. And I really love she has mentioned something very important, that we need to travel to understand human. See, teaching is one part and one aspect of our life, but the most important and prominent part, if we want to master, we need to go and talk and interact with people on the soul level. That's very, very important, because I personally feel Raja Rao sir was just mentioning that I have so many titles. I always tell my student, because I'm so blessed that I have a very diverse crowd to interact with when it comes to my leadership programs. I interact with university students. I interact with underprivileged kids due to my NGO work. I just go and interact with entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs. So I'm so blessed when I go and talk to such a diverse crowd in and around me. And people always ask me one thing, ma'am, do these titles make a difference? I said, see, understand, if you have not connected to humans, no matter what, whoever you are, whichever title you carry, it might be just a title. Please understand the value. First of all, learn how to appreciate human. Learn how to appreciate their feelings. Learn how to appreciate deep down whatever you have in the form of sharing. If we don't have these basic qualities, I think the concept of peace is completely as a toss. I was hearing to all the eminent and great speakers on the platform. They beautifully share such a deep down thought process, especially, listening to Queen Elizabeth is always, I say, is a blessing, because she speaks from heart. Talking about Dr. Aruna, I need not to speak, because I have heard her on so many things, and it's so deep down touching thought process. Professor Nada, as usual, because we interact on so many platforms, right? Dr. Caroline, Dr. Raja Rao, and Tarun, a very great friend of mine. Again, these all are wonderful personalities who always talk from heart. And the best part I love about this concept and theme about peace, I just want to tell you how I understand peace. From the individual standpoint, second one from the global soul level connect. For me, as a life coach, as a leadership coach, I always tell people education, your formal education is important, but most important is what you are doing with that education. Are you implementing that education in the right mindset? Are you doing justice? And are you sharing the same concept with outside world is most important with your education? I'll give you a very classic example. As we all have been blessed, we meet so many powerful, wonderful personalities across the globe. You talk to the most powerful leaders, because when I was going through a lot of mentoring sessions, I have been very fortunate to meet a couple of mentors. And I ask only one thing to them, that sir or madam, today you have achieved so many things in life. By God's grace, whatever you aim for, you had it. But tell me, what do you enjoy the most? You know what was the simple, humble answer? They say, Sunesh, forget about everything. We simply love to connect and talk to our people. As simple as that. Now, that's the best specialty of a great leader. A great leader never try to discriminate people, never try to give a people feeling that, hey, I am great. I am so big. You don't have access to me. I think the most powerful leaders are those who can have the access point to the human, to the crowd who needs them the most. That's why people call you as powerful. It's never been about title. It's never been about political power. It's never been about how authoritative you are. If you are misusing, it means you are straightforward getting out of that whole zone of peace and prosperity. In my eyes, I just wrote a couple of points. Peace. When I say peace, peace stands for power to fight odds. I would request all of you that you have been extremely powerful in whatever the core domains, whatever you contribute to the society. There are so many people down to you who are looking out for a basic help, right? And that basic help, if you are into that capable manner that you can support them, please help them. Because helping even one person also contributes to the universal energies. And when you contribute from that right mindset, that right intent, it is always been blessed into a double prosperity to you. Number 2, E stands for equality of rights. It's very unfortunate to the crime rate we see. India, it's not only about India. I think globally when I see and we talk about crime rate, it is only increasing. But the best part, you know why it is increasing? Because somewhere we are not taking the right initiative, right responsibility, right accountability, whether it is through media, it is through political leaders, it is through a common man. We all want to enjoy power, authority, and everything. I think very recently today, I think morning, you all have heard the news, especially in India, right? I don't want to talk about the political agendas, but I'm trying to tell you, every single person who is into power is also a human first. If you don't connect to human like a general human, you are going to receive something which might not be very, very useful for anyone. Right? Please understand, universe has its own way of blessing you, giving you. When the power of the creator can bless you with something, the creator also says, don't forget, I can also take it back in a double way. Right? So never ever think that when you have been blessed, it's only for me to enjoy. The more and more you go, you celebrate, you share, you see your blessings will be triple or sometime even it is 10 times. That's the fundamental quality universe do carries with us. All it has to come from a nice heart, a pure heart, and with the right intent. Number 3, A stands for acceptance and accountability. I always tell people, you need not to become super powerful. You need not to become that I'm always right. First of all, understand you are a human, and human is created on this planet to make mistakes. But as humans, we all have been blessed with a wonderful brain. We can think. Probably today animal can't think like the way human can. So can we rectify our mistakes? That is the question we should ask us. There is a mistake happened. accept it, take the full responsibility and accountability for it, and then move forward with a rectification by your heart. That's very, very important. It's not a sin that you have committed a mistake. The sin is when you keep repeating the same mistake over and over again. According to me, when you repeat the same thing twice and thrice, I think it's no more a mistake. It is an intentional intent. And you are committing a sin. Right? And that's why universal power has to come into picture to teach you that don't forget, a father will always be a father. Right? Now, the most important thing, C. C is the most closest point to my heart, which states for create a divine alignment. What is called divine alignment? As I mentioned, we always do this mistake. You must have seen people have its own belief system. Today it is so beautiful when I go and interact with people, because see, we celebrate all festival. I'm from North, but doing transit from North to South was so amazing. Today I celebrate all the festivals of South. So people call me much more that South India is my first home. I said, yes, beautifully I can call myself, because I have people with whom I celebrate Christmas. I have people with whom I celebrate New Year. I have people with whom I celebrate Pongal. I celebrate each and everything. And the kind of grace, the kind of love, the kind of prosperity we share towards each other is commendable. That is what we need to learn from each other. If you keep creating hates, if you keep creating gaps, if you keep just proving yourself, I'm superior, you're not, you are simply wasting your time being a human on this planet. This is not the work has been dedicated to you. So when I talk about divine alignment, what you need to do, think. God has given you a power to think and use that power for the right reason. You are not an animal. You have not been dropped into an ocean like a shark where you have to just swim whole throughout your life. We have been beautifully blessed with a power to thought, a wonderful heart to connect with souls and people in the most, I would say, beautiful manner. Why are we not using? Why we are wasting that with ego, jealousy, putting people down? And if somebody is doing good, we can't even appreciate them. We simply give them a very superficial smile. Why can't we at least connect to them on a good way? Because this is how we get motivated, and this is how we take that initiative of doing something more better, right? So C means connecting and creating that divine alignment is very, very important for each and every one. E stands for, finally, enthusiastic to take responsibility. Now we all have been doing something for our living. Some of us, we are professors, we are doctors, we have something basic core to, cater and contribute and have our living out of it. Absolutely fine. Because today I believe we are in the era where we can't say money is not important. Money is not important only for people who have attained certain standards in that, because today they have something in such a surplus where they can go and contribute powerfully. Till then, if you have your family, if you have your commitments associated with your family, you are liable for that. So you need to do justice to it. So you have to make at least that much amount of money where your family can sustain, where a family need not to just, ask for somebody for a help. At least that much capable we all need to have. We all are doing beautifully. But the most important is, can we do something where we don't have expectation of money, where we don't have expectation of transitions, where we don't have expectation of, I will do this, what I'm getting in return. If you can create that second funnel for you, where you contribute and beautifully dedicate and give something to the outer world, it can be in any form, not necessary to be into money. You can contribute to people through education if you're very powerful in that sector. You can go and contribute people through dry ration. I personally go and do it up at my own level on Sundays. Now, I'm not trying to say that I do much more difference. No, a small contribution is a contribution. It doesn't matter you give somebody a bag of 5 kg rice, and if you have only bad vibes towards that person, what is the use? Rather, give only 1 kg, but give it with a lot of heart and love. People will love it. Right? That's very, very important. So my simple suggestion, if we all are able to contribute the society and want to create this concept of peace and prosperity, we need to understand first you need to make capable yourself enough so that you can contribute very powerfully to the outer world. And this is the way how universe is going to bless you, because your real blessing comes from when we get back from the blessings of universe 10 times more stronger, more better, and it is always very surprising. Thank you. Thanks once again, Raja Rao sir, Caroline ma'am, for beautifully sharing my insights and giving me a chance to come and speak with all eminent personalities. Love, light, and abundance to all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. The way you have elaborated peace, really remarkable excellency. Thank you so much. That's really amazing. We know that you are amazing. Whenever you come,
Thank you.
you do something. We know that, but you did it.
Thank you.
Now we have my dear brother Tarun Tiwari ji and Srikant Kalarkar sir, our beloved Srikant Kalarkar sir. Sir, we are at the end of this program. We have to wind up in 20 minutes. Please make it a bit short. So I think Tarun Tiwari ji is the symbol of peace. Because once I asked him, brother, you lost a lot of money. Brother, God will give you, brother. No problem. God will give you, brother. He is so composed because whatever he lost, he feels nothing. Brother, just he said, brother, God will give you, brother. No, the way he said, really, because if it is some other person, they would have committed suicide. Because money is that much for them, but he is really, not only that situation, we have faced many situations in our journey, but whenever a situation comes, whatever the situation it may be, because he's very challenging person. He looks very simple, but he takes all challenges. He's the producer. He's the one who runs Jeho Foundation. He's been to Andhra Pradesh to do many charity works. But anyway, that project didn't materialize. But still, he had many dreams to do something to South India, being in North India, whatever the place may be. But he wanted to contribute through his Jeho Foundation. He's been doing wonderful job in many categories. He's the host. He runs many international. He's the part of many international platforms. Even he's the director of one of our director of Royal Council. So having his presence on this platform on this special day, Tarun Tiwari, dear brother, really you are man of peace. Having your presence really be an honored. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind word, brother. And I am very blessed and honored that I got this privilege again after 2022, 2023, and this year 2024. And I don't take much time. I will just tell my things that, first of all, I would like to tell all the esteemed delegate, distinguished guest, advocate of peace, as today we are gathered here for the great mission of Dr. Raja Rao ji and Dr. Caroline ji. And, most of the people invited here, they are change makers. They are doing a lot of work, not only in India, for the world. And they are already making the world a better place where peace, harmony, everything we can see. Being a non-violence practitioner, I just want to tell that India is the land of great leaders, great change makers like Mahatma Gandhi, the leader of the Indian independence movement, and great advocate of non-violence. So, being a non-violence practitioner, I just want to share 4 things. Everyone, I request everyone to please practice these things in your life, and you will definitely get more and more benefit, peace within, because only ourself is in our full control, nothing else. Circumstances, hurdles, challenges is a part of life. And if our mindset, our belief system, our way of thinking, we tune in or we control, then we can control most of our, things happening to us, and incidents. We can manage losses, because managing loss is the most difficult part if it is money or if any resource. So I just want to request 4 points. First is observation. Clearly articulate what you observe without action or without any kind of judgment. Focus on specific action or behaviors rather than, evaluation or interpersonal things. Second is feelings. Express how you feel in response to what you observe. Use feeling words to convey emotional state, what is inside you. Need. Third thing is need. Identify the need or the value connected to your feelings. This helps to understand the root of your emotions, because emotion play a vital role in our life. So this is the second last, and last I would tell you request. Make a concrete request. Ensure that request is specific and doable. That's it. Use all 4 things and your life will be, with more peace and prosperity. Thank you so much for giving me this great opportunity. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, dear brother. Thank you so much. Here, not the speech, the way you have given that speech, that's the matter. Because if peace speaks, it speaks like you, brother. So thank you so much. We know that you are a special person. You are blessed with some special things regarding this peace concept. Thank you for proving it once again.
Brother, I would like to tell 2 lines for all of the Indian audience.
Yes, please.
That is for very special people like you, all available here. ईश्वर ने भी अनमोल रतन गिनती के ही बनाए हैं. ईश्वर ने भी अनमोल रतन गिनती के ही बनाए हैं, और उसमें से भी सबसे कीमती आज इस पीस समिट में आए हैं. तो you all are precious gem, great creation of the world by the God, and I am very blessed to have you all here in this peace summit. Thank you so much.
That's so great. That's so great. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Next, our gem of Royal Council, young, dynamic, we have to say, because if it is 3 hours, 4 hours, it doesn't matter. He looks a bit old, but it's not, we should not talk about age. Because his patience matters. Because whenever we organize a program, actually he's the best one and the first one, but he comes in the end, but to give you a proper end to all our Royal Council programs, one of our director. Actually, we are connected spiritually. We spent, I think, 2 or 3 days together in a spiritual hub of a great person in Maharashtra or Madhya Pradesh, I think. Maharashtra, sir?
Maharashtra. Akkalkot, and greetings from the same place.
Yes,
I'm here today and greetings from Akkalkot.
Yes, Akkalkot. Really, when I visited that place, that was truly remarkable place. Really, people get healed, not physically, but spiritually. There was a place where he has been doing his research work, and he's the head of that research wing, and he started his own foundation Level Up. Through this, he is doing wonderful job. He's been doing a great research regarding Homa. Actually, we have to listen it from him, and we have to organize a program about that, and we'll do that. So many things are kept behind due to some technical problems, but already he is spreading that message. He's spreading that message. He's been visiting many colleges, universities, and doing wonderful job. Having his presence, Dr. Srikanth Kalladurkar sir, on this platform, being a guide to many engineers to do their PhDs, not MPhils or not masters, but PhDs, more 20 plus PhDs he guided, and he ran an engineering college like anything. because I also visited their engineering college. I have spoken there. Then that's really remarkable, whatever he's been doing. So having his presence on this platform really be an honor and blessed, sir. Over to Dr. Srikanth.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Rajarao, sir. And I hope I may be the last. And let me speak about something, some knowledge, wisdom which has come to this world the first. In fact, Vedas, I'm going to speak about Vedas, which has been given to the humanity probably by the supreme power of the world, universe, in order to understand how to live. And I am fortunate enough that yesterday my book, 5 Vedic Laws of Success, has been published at Akkalkot at the hands of our spiritual master. And we are offering a training on that. One of the beautiful things is that we observed out of research and this training that people can experience peace, prosperity, spiritual growth simultaneously. And how to do that? Atharva Veda has said, Divancharoha, Prithvincharoha, Rashtrancharoha, Dravidancharoha, Prajancharoha, Amrutancharoha, Rohitena Tanvam Samprushas. Let sky be the limit for your growth. You can create your own nation. You can have proper people. But while doing all these things, Rohitena Tanvam Samprushasva means also be on the path of spiritual growth. And how to do that? It has been told as gist of Vedas as Yajna Dana Tapa Karma Swadhyaya Nirato Bhavet. So get engrossed in the concepts of Yajna Dana Tapa Karma Swadhyaya. What does it mean? When we do a research and we found that it develops the ability of practice for the people to practice karma yoga. They become more duty conscious and time conscious, and they become less result oriented. Just now, one of the speakers was mentioning about that we should think of doing something for others rather than just thinking of the result oriented. So we observed that when people try to follow this as a part of lifestyle, their mind starts going in that way. And then that's the reason they are experiencing prosperity and peace simultaneously. Because basically peace is a state of mind. And one simple thing I'll tell you, mind has a tendency always to be in the past or the future. It gets engrossed in either past or future, and that is one of the reasons that we lose our peace. When the mind in the present, the name itself is present, means it is gift by God. The present itself for every one of us is a gift of God. And when we try to remain in this present, and the simple form of remaining in the present is having a concentration on the breath, trying to be in the present conditions as much as possible. And once you practice that, definitely a person can feel peaceful at every moment in every walk of life. We have designed and developed, with the help of Dr. Rajarao sir, a 10-hour training program wherein we help the individuals to understand who am I, try to develop a formula of professional satisfaction, do the SWOT analysis, understand some basics of creativity, and try to develop a long-term and short-term career path. Because as Madam was mentioning, that in order to do good to the society, you must earn good money. So definitely one should have a good career, and then with the good career and a proper personality development, that is development of Panchakoshas, called as Annamay Kosh, Pranamay Kosh, Manomay Kosh, Vijnanmay Kosh, and Anandamay Kosh. So these 5 things, when they are developed, an individual is developed, and one can realize that in every walk of life, I can experience peace. I can be at a peaceful situation. It's called trying to remain in the bliss sheath. So thank you, Dr. Rajarao sir. I know it's the end of the program. Without taking much of your time, I will close my speech just by telling one thing, that in my research I found that one can get peace, prosperity, spiritual goals simultaneously. That's possible by following some techniques from Vedas. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. You are so young in mind. That is our inspiration, sir, because the way you do hard work in this age, that is a role. You are role model to many people. You are a great source of inspiration to more people. Thank you. Thank you so much. We are blessed to have your presence. Thank you, sir. Now
Thank you,
we
sir.
invite
Thank you.
Suraya Bono, ma'am. She is not feeling well, actually, but she waited so long. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much. Over to you, Suraya Bono, Professor.
Thank you, sir. I want to share my views on importance of global peace. As Kofi Annan, former Secretary General of United Nations, said, peace is never a perfect achievement. The world is not ours to keep. We hold in trust for future generation. Peace means living our lives selflessly, treating others with respect, sharing the extra that comes to us with others who have been shortchanged. It means being in the wilderness without fear but with respect for the world around us. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, the real and lasting victories are those of peace and not of war. The purpose of peace is a concept of societal friendship and harmony in the absence of hostility and violence. In a social sense, peace is commonly used to mean a lack of conflict and freedom from fear of violence between individuals or groups. As Martin Luther King said, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do it that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. The value of peace is in the form of caring, respecting others, and tolerating. In addition, there were behaviors that did not reflect the value of peace, such as unfair treatment, discrimination, uncooperative, not accepting differences, and violating the rules. In the words of Albert Einstein, peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. The need of peace is the path we take for bringing growth and prosperity to society. If we do not have peace and harmony, achieving political strength, economic stability, and cultural growth will be impossible. Moreover, before we transmit the notion of peace to others, it is vital for us to possess peace within. Peace has two sides, negative peace and positive peace. Negative peace is the absence of personal violence, and positive peace is the absence of structural violence or social justice. As Mother Teresa said in her Nobel Peace Prize lecture in 1979, before begins at home, and it is not how much we do, but how much love we put in the action that we do. Then how can we promote peace globally? This is the question. Start by stamping out exclusion, bring out true equality between women and men, share out wealth fairly, tackle climate change, protect political space, fix intergenerational relation, model kindness and empathy, create a democratic space, encourage collaboration in diverse groups, discuss controversial issues, treat all people with kindness regardless of race, gender orientation, sexual orientation, religion, etc. Attend a peace rally. Don't engage in violence of any kind. Don't purchase weapons. Start a collection to donate to a charity. If you have a platform, use it to educate, meditate and teach, encourages others to meditate, forgive others, even long-standing enemies. Read books about peace and recommend them to your friends. Be patient in all aspects of life. Learn what the main causes of violence in your city are. Practice self-love and care so you can radiate goodness to others. Say sorry when necessary, even it's belated. As Mahatma Gandhi said, an eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. A peaceful society is the basis of a vibrant, happy, and prosperous nation. Hence, peace is a sign for the overall development of the people and the country. Access to justice and effective, accountable, and inclusive institution at all levels are prerequisites of a peaceful society. In the words of Ronald Reagan, peace is not absence of conflict, it is ability to handle conflict by peaceful means. Now I conclude. A peaceful society fosters social harmony, enhance the overall well-being of its citizens. Social stability enables individual to focus on personal and collective development, leading to a more resilient and productive population. Now I close with my speech with the quoted word of Dalai Lama. World peace must develop from inner peace. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now over to Dr. Smita Sumit.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you so much, sir, for bringing this platform, because a lot of insights I learned from the beginning. I'm listening to so many eminent speakers and a lot of inputs I got. So today we gathered here to remind our commitment to the peace and prosperity. It is not just for the individuals, but for our planet. So whenever I hear the term peace, the immediate picture coming to my mind is the war happening nowadays, especially the Israel-Palestine conflict. I think before 1 year it started and it is ongoing. So it is a sad reminder of the devastating consequences of human actions on human lives. So we must acknowledge the relationship between peace and humanity. Speakers said peace is not just the absence of conflict. It is the presence of justice. It is the presence of forgiveness. It is the presence of equality. It is the presence of compassion and many more. So what this war, or we can say the Israel-Palestine conflict as an example, what it highlights, it is the there is a need for understanding and empathy. Like there's a need of understanding, empathy, then forgiveness, compassion. All factors are there, and also the importance of diplomacy and dialogue, like UN mediation. It is necessary, and we should understand the vulnerability of innocent lives there. So that is what my thought process about peace. And when we come to prosperity, for me, in my opinion, true prosperity is not just economic growth, but is also harmony with the nature. I'm from Kerala, and I would like to remind the recent landslide happened in Kerala, Wayanad. There is a interconnectedness of humanity and nature. Like are facing a lot of challenges nowadays, like climate change, deforestation, and all. And the recent landslide in Wayanad, Kerala, it is a strong reminder of the devastating consequences of human actions on the environment. So we must acknowledge the intricate relationship between human prosperity and environmental sustainability. Many speakers told about the sustainability and all. So what we can do for all this? As we know, we are all part of the delicate web of that life. So our actions, our thoughts, our values, our choices, that is not only for our well-being, but for the others also. We should understand that, and we can foster empathy and understanding among nations and different cultures. And also, many speakers told about we should invest in sustainable development. That is very true. We should invest in sustainable development and renewable energy. Also, protect biodiversity, and moreover, we should preserve the natural habitats, and we should create that awareness and education among the youth to protect preserve the natural habitats and all. And also, last but not least, we should embrace the compassion. As I told, it is the presence. Peace is the presence of compassion. Peace is the presence of forgiveness and empathy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much. Now I invite Professor Chaco Joseph, sir. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The respected chairman of the Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council, Dr. Raj Rao, and other distinguished dignitaries. It was 2 years back, I think, I happened to come across this platform when the world was just recovering out of the pandemic. And I found that this platform, which at that time, if I remember correctly, ran a very lengthy peace conference, made a lot of impact in the lives of many people. So I'll be very brief in my presentation. In fact, I thought I will speak more on achieving peace of mind, because peace of mind, persons with peace of mind in a world will make the world itself a peaceful place. So what are the different components of peace of mind? One is we should have emotional calmness. So emotional peace involves managing feelings of stress, anxiety, fear, and anger. We should learn to manage these feelings, and it reflects the ability to maintain emotional stability in the face of challenges. The second one is mental clarity. So mental peace is characterized by a clear, focused mind, which is free from confusion or overwhelming thoughts. It allows individuals to think rationally. Thinking rationally is very important because it's a rational human beings that we need in the world to achieve peace. Another is, which is again, I will put it as the third one, that is spiritual fulfillment. Already many of the speakers here have highlighted the need to have a spiritual fulfillment, because for many, spiritual peace involves a sense of connection to something greater than oneself, and whether through, it could be through religion, it could be through philosophy, or it could be even through personal beliefs. So this dimension reflects the inner harmony, a sense of purpose and alignment with the core values, which is often missing in our present world. Then another is, of course, physical well-being. I'm not going into to explain the importance of physical well-being in achieving peace of mind. Another is social harmony. The fifth one is social harmony. So peace of mind is often influenced by healthy relationships and social support. So having strong positive connections with family, that's very important, because quite often the younger generations try to, or even do overlook the relation with family. And equally important is our connection with the broader community. In fact, many of the speakers earlier said that when you're involved in works related to NGO, you get this connection to the broader community. Then, of course, for having a peace of mind, financial stability is very important. So economic serenity plays a critical role in achieving peace of mind, knowing that one's financial needs are met and are being free from debt or financial anxiety allows the individuals to focus on other areas of life without any constraints. Then we should also be concerned of environment. The surrounding environment also contributes to the peace. Being in a peaceful surrounding, whether in nature or calm or overdoing life, can foster relaxation and mental clarity. Then another is mindfulness. Mindfulness and the ability to stay present in the present moment. That is very important, because people quite often overlook mindfulness and think of what is ahead, and this creates a lot of tension. Then another is moral integrity. Living in accordance with one's ethical principles contributes to the peace of mind. Then the last one, but not the least important one, is freedom from external pressures. Because true peace of mind often is achieved when one is not constantly driven by external expectations or social pressures. Because quite often the youngsters, they try to succumb to social pressures because of the overuse of social media. So that is also very important. Quite often we are all influenced by the social media, the myths of social media rather than the reality. So we live in a world where peace itself has become a luxury and fragile. If we look around, we see that peace has become fragile and it has become a luxury. So the challenge before us is immense, but we should all believe in our capacity to overcome it, because our capacity to overcome the challenges as a human race is much greater than the challenges themselves. So let us rise to the occasion and work together for a world which is sustainable and peaceful for the sake of future generations, for the people, and for the planet. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We connected global peace to individual peace. You connected individual peace to peace of mind. That's so wonderful, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You.
And concluding remarks from Professor Dr. Vijay Kalin, ma'am, so that we can conclude this one. Now, over to you.
Thank you very much. Really, it's a great honor and a privilege to talk on this platform, especially addressing the global leaders, my family members. I'm very much thankful to each and every member of this family and the honorable chief guest, special guest, for taking up this program as yours, and with wholeheartedly you have participated and presented your views, advices, suggestions, and insights. Really, I appreciate from the bottom of my heart the way you participated, presented, and given a great moral support to Vishwa humanity to move ahead and work for the welfare of the society, nation, and the globe, especially peace from individual to society, society to nation and international. I really appreciate wholeheartedly all my family members. I'm not naming each and every one because there is a big list, especially from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate Nada ma'am, Elizabeth Lucas ma'am, my sister, Nadia ma'am, Aruna ma'am, Sunesh Bharadwaj ma'am, and Arun Tiwari's, and many more. Each and every one, though I did not take the name, I appreciate them for being here physically, mentally, emotionally connected to us for the welfare of the society. Thank you once again for being the part of Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council family. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for the wonderful concluding remarks. And I thank each and everyone who made this grandeur with your blessings and wonderful speeches, blessings. And thank you so much for your contribution to the global peace, because all are peacemakers. Whomever we invited to this program, all are change makers as well as peacemakers. So we will be with you, and we are starting our journey again on this virtual platform. So there are many programs to come. I'm not going to speak much because I'm hungry now. Hungry makes angry. So let's say goodbye to all. Thank you. Thank you so much once again. We'll see you once again in another program. Thank you so much.